constant flame. Open road to nomadic plans. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'ma bring it in the firefight. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'm the reaper in the dead of night. Lightning strikes in a quiet town. Bodies fall upon sacred ground. Burn that flag and a king is crowned. Coming to get ya. I'm coming, I'm coming. I'm coming to get ya.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to more of the ESL Pro League Season 19 European Qualifier Grand Final day here. We've got the 1BO3, of course, that means, but a big, big game. The winner of it secures their spot in Season 19 of Pro League. So very much looking forward to getting into it. It's been a wonderful tournament so far. Some great storylines, couple underdog stories here or there, but we end up with two of the heavier hitting teams of that round robin stage. It all makes sense. Guild Eagles up against Pera for this one. Looking forward to it, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this tournament and you look at how things have kind of panned out over the last few days, there's only been two teams really at the top. We have the standings as well that you can kind of run through to show you the dominance of both Pera and Guild. The only two teams that made things look pretty damn comfortable. 4-1, they both went on in the best of one stages in that group. And then, of course, when we went towards playoffs, there was only, again, kind of really two teams in it. When you look at stats for this tournament, first of all, there's only two teams that are actually, as a whole team, are positive in terms of the rating. That's Guild and that's Pera. The only team that's even remotely close is Ultimate Attacks, who have a neutral rating of 1. Pera on a 1.14. Guild just a little bit further ahead on a 1.18. So it just shows, right? The only two teams in this entire tournament who actually have an overall positive rating in terms of their performances, and they've been showing just how dominant they can be. Now, this is a little bit of a rematch in a sense. They played in the best of one stage, and Pera were able to take this. They're looking now to see whether they can do it once again. Of course, this time in the best of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was a pretty interesting kind of game, I think, when we saw that result come through. You know, we really did expect Guild to take it against Pera, who have been a team very, very quickly making themselves known, I think it is safe to say. There's a lot of eyeballs on this team to see what they are going to be capable of.
For sure.
Let's have a look at the game itself, of course, though. Get into the action here. Guild up against Pera. You can see the beautiful logos there. I do quite like Pera's, to be fair.
It's
Bit
cool.
of Zeus, you know. It is quite nice. And then the G, kind of iconic at this point.
Yeah, got to be said. I think two other more cooler logos. I think actually Guild are one of the few teams that, in my opinion, rebranded well. You know, when teams go for these rebrands, they're always a little bit dodgy. Guild's is clean as all hell, man. It has to be said. And Pera's looks sick as well. And of course, it's been shown. The confidence in the branding and the logos being reflecting in their performances. This is going to be a really interesting matchup. Like we said, the result when Pera were able to take it the best of one was a shock to many. I think us included, we all kind of thought that Guild Eagles would kind of go flawless throughout the best of one stage and coming towards the playoffs with that level of kind of confidence. Wasn't to be. Ancient is where they played and a 13-9 in favor of Pera. But there still has been doubters upon this Pera team time and time again. And they want to see whether they can do it now kind of within, a series. You know, best of ones, I think a lot of people really do take those with kind of a grain of salt in a sense. They don't give a lot of kind of that kind of commendability, I guess, in those best of ones. If Pera can now do it in a series, that would be huge for them. But I think it's safe to say that regardless, Guild still do come in as the favorites in towards this matchup.
Yeah, no, I think that's very fair. In all honesty, I think that they will be a little difficult to beat here once. I don't know, though. I don't know. It's difficult to say because Pera, I think, have not been massively tested.
Mm-hmm.
They managed to beat Guild in that BO1, like we've said, but you know, I think that BO3-wise, they've not had too much difficulty. The alternate attacks game came very, very close, even though it was a victory for them. It was double OT. So I think that there's little sparks in there, but I don't really know that we've seen the greatest amount of depth out of this team. However, Guild, like you say, a lot more experience there, a lot more proof of their ability and the ceiling that they're able to hit. They went 2-1 against alternate attacks, so it might not look as clean as the 2-0, but, you know, the two maps that they won, very, very one-sided. Mm-hmm. And they were in a position of winning overpass, right? They didn't let that get to them. We kind of feared that they would. But they were able to bounce back really, really effectively and just find a very, very quick 2-1 in the end. We do have the veto available for this series as well, so let's have a look and see how that pans out, what kind of maps we're going to be getting. What map is that? What map is Mirage? I don't think I've ever seen that before. No. If you've been tracking the tournament, you'll know that we've had pretty much the same maps the whole way through. We still get Ancient and Anubis, but yeah, the Mirage coming out from Guild Eagles, kind of interesting, to be honest with you. I think you know, they have been moving towards this Ancient. They've been kind of liking the Ancient as a little bit of a sneaky pick in CS2, but Mirage, I guess, sort of their home map. However, as I think you're alluding to with your reaction there,
Yeah.
Pera undefeated on this map.
10 and 10,
in
dude.
10. Yeah.
100% win rate.
It's a bit of a statement, isn't it?
It feels risky. It has to be. I think this for me shows that Guild have seen something. I think they've seen something in the way that Pera play the Mirage. They've, Devilwalk's done that research and looked in towards their playstyle and realized that maybe individually we can beat this team, and that's where they're going to find a lot of the success. I think, generally speaking for Guild, if they're given the opportunity, they do pick in towards Mirage. Statistically speaking, they pick over 50% of the time they'll first pick in towards Mirage in a best of 3. However, I just think in this instance it's so risky, but it's probably a bit of a gentleman's agreement. The new Ancient was going to come out. They probably expected Pera were going to pick into it themselves, and that only really leaves Anubis to be floated all the way towards the end. Both sides play a hell of a lot of Ancient. You've got Pera playing it 20 times in the last few months, with Guild only 2 behind that. If we do go towards the side of Anubis, I think the odds then start, in my opinion, push a little bit in favor of the Guild Eagles guys. They're on a 5-map winning streak on that map. They've been putting up some good numbers and playing actually some pretty decent CS, generally speaking. So I think that's where maybe in a kind of a best of 3, if we go to that third map, maybe Guild Eagles have the advantage there. But I think there's a few different statistics that kind of back up Guild Eagles right now coming in towards the tournament. When you look at overall within this qualifier, 4 of the Guild Eagles are in the top 5 rated players, with the top 3 being all Guild Eagles of Synopsy, Wanflatcher, and GXX in that order. Aaron comes in at number 4, just behind GXX, and then Rigon pulls up in towards number 5 as well in that 5th place position. So it shows you got 4 out of the top 5 of the highest rated players so far this tournament are Guild Eagles. In terms of the form, they're the best side at the moment. I think everything alludes to them being the favorites here. But the only real caveat behind that is that the only loss they've picked up, the only hiccup along the way has been that of Pera. So maybe they just seem to be some sort of kryptonite behind this team.
Yeah, I mean, possible. We'll see. Definitely curious, I think, with the way that this one is going to pan out. Guild Eagles as well. Look, man, I like the idea, I like the statement, and I like the confidence of Mirage. But for the grand final, for the Pro League spot,
True.
This is a really big decision that could backfire. A really big test of where Pera's at. And then you've got Ancient next, which is a map that Shaw Guild looked pretty good on yesterday, and they have played it a fair bit across the course of this tournament. As I said, it's been a sneaky sort of pick for them, one that they've been trying to work into their map pool for sure, but it's a pretty good one for Pera, and they've got a lot more reps on it there. So I think it's very, very risky if you lose out on Mirage, if that choice does indeed backfire. Ancient looks very scary as well. Yeah. So yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. I think, as we sort of touched on a little bit, to be fair, some of the opponents that Pera have potentially played on Mirage are towards, I would say, the bottom end of the tier 2 sort of space, whereas Guild have got a bit more experience against recently and all this kind of stuff as well. So we'll see. That might play into their hands. Bit more experience against some higher level teams. But enough conjecture, enough guessing games. We are straight into Mirage here, as Pera will be kicking things off on the CT side.
Yeah, someone I'm expecting big things, expecting a banger out of this matchup. This Mirage specifically does leave a lot of questions to be asked. Let's see how things play out. Nice, slow and steady start things off. We see a little bit of a early B aggression coming in from both sides. And MSN looking like he wants to take first contact. He's going to be tested. If he falls, that B site is barren, and he's actually stuck on the right side. But MSN for the first. Not a bad start. He's looking for more.
Yeah, looking good here. Rigon will manage to trade him out pretty quickly, though. And the rotations have now got to come in thick and fast. But we'll see. Looking pretty good for that T-side plan. They will get the bomb down. An aggressive move coming through from Aaron for 2. May well just give them the way back in that they were looking for. Rigon, though, absolutely unstoppable on the P2K. 3 quick headshots, a 4K overall, and a Guild pistol to boot.
Alrighty. I think the big thing that maybe really sells Pera a little bit kind of down the river there, it's just the fact that they only got that one player playing on towards B, which generally isn't the worst thing. On a pistol, I'd probably like to see a minimum 2 people there, but more often than that, it's that MSN's playing on towards Bauk. Bauk, it's a one and done angle, right? At the very most, you get kind of 2 kills there before he's traded. but then they still have the site regardless. And I think that's the big thing. If MSN's going to play solo onto that B site, I want to see him playing somewhere like a back pillar just to give him time to, or buy time for rotations. Nice double A setup coming through. Aaron gets blown to smithereens there. No impact from him. Double A going to come through over towards Truck as well. They're flying towards B. Mac 10's going to get towards the fight. An easy frag and an easy B site.
All right, they will take it. Surely going to be happy with that. Much contest. A little bit of tapping away here. Got to respect the pistols at range, I suppose. Snary going to run out of ammo as well, and he will also be a goner. So, you know, we're finding some free frags on that Pera side of things. Always nice. Round itself will be won out by Guild. And now looking towards Pera to see what they can bring to the table.
Couple of consolations. It's not the end of the world, though,
Yeah.
is it?
I'm a fan of what we're seeing from Guild so far, though. Nice bit of aggression. And definitely looking good for my money. And yeah, hitting the ground in a good spot. It's a bit of a later start today. You have to sit on your hands, you know. I would imagine that's one of the worst things as a player of any kind of competitive element, whether it's sport or esports. Just kind of sitting around, not really doing much for the day. You run your drills, but you don't want to overdo it, right? Talk about the veto. Are we doing this? Are we doing that? Make any last-minute changes. But I would imagine it's a bit tough ahead of the big games.
Well, he said... Guild Eagles, their side, who occasionally start a little bit slow. Not to be here on Mirage. Spam through the smoke, but it's Aaron to find the first. Center he drops, and he comes over towards Ticket. All gonna dink in response. It's looking okay for Pera right now.
And not bad at all, to be fair. Rigon, incredibly blind. Oh my goodness, that's ridiculous. Is it going to be enough, though? You know, that kill in isolation is nice. I think the round itself is going to be a real challenge here. GXX. Tagged down pretty low. There's the location of a couple of players, but just can't find any of the kills. Synopsy looking for the cross. What a one-tap. That could be a heck of a way to start the 1v4 here. We'll see. Reload. Bomb plant. He's going to get away with the plant. Oh, no. He's tagged up. DGL actually with a smart reposition there to read into that. Really well played from him. Pera then on the board quickly.
Yeah, not bad. I think for Pera as well, that opening kill really facilitating a little bit of time in terms of that rotation coming over. I think Aaron does quite well there, even though he falls kind of immediately after. It's not the end of the world. We now see, unfortunately, Guild Eagles with a couple of casualties over the span of the last few rounds. Their buy is a little janky. They are going to try and make something work with those. You got a double AK setup, an AWP in play for GXX, then a double Deagle to round it off. So, kind of the best and worst of both scenarios in a sense. Bit of an awkward one as well. I mean, GXX really needs to shine here with that AWP. Or at least if he doesn't, someone needs to pick it up and ferry it. He falls off the angle off the back of the flash. Aaron might have spotted a bit of info there on the peak.
It's possible. It is definitely possible. Big frag onto Aaron, though. Massive frag, in fact, for Guild Eagles. See what they could do ahead of that. Oh, Poya sticking around in towards middle now as well, trying to find a trade. Not really anything presenting. He's so close to the action, just can't find that window that he so desires. Ah, the boost up from Pera, though, will wrestle the frag back. Now surely Poya takes a swing out from Con. He's playing super safe, waiting for a bit of support from a close teammate. It pays off. A double kill for him and a man advantage won back.
Unfortunate for kind of, Camion playing through short. Gets a lot of damage off, then runs out of ammo. Cost him his life. But so far, it doesn't seem to be the end of the world. The double AK is all that's left. Posturing in that direction of B. Would be a good call as well. Just MSN here with no util as well to deny any space. Just going to have to take raw fights. The other two are pretty slow on the uptake. In comes the swing. MSN waiting for an opportunity. Pops his head. Finds one of his own. And that should be the round. Bench plays all that's left. Window player comes for support as well. But Rigon's tagged low. He does deal damage, but he might die after time here. And he will. Best of all scenarios coming through for Pera. Orb scooped up and recovered. All 5 dropped of those Guild Eagles, and to make matters even better, Rig on dying after time as well as they tie up this game. That round basically couldn't have got any better. I think if you're Guild, I don't hate the idea behind forcing, but the way in which they played it was pretty uncomfortable. They take mid control, and then it feels like they get a little lost. They don't really know where to go from it, and it cost them a lot of time, not enough time to clear out that B site, and before you know it, oh, that's the round.
Yeah, they had to make a move around that first frag, I think, is the thing.
Yeah.
That was kind of the big issue for me. They were just a bit too static after getting that first kill.
Now, of course, this round, we're not expecting too much. DGL, bit of a shooting range. But only gets 1, actually. Orb scooped up. Hang on a second. One Flatcho with an AWP in hand. Nade will come through. Doesn't do the damage as it catches the corner. Maybe this round a little bit more tasty than we initially thought. But actually breaking the vent has given Camion the easiest double. It's unfortunate. Senary, the idea worked against them.
Oh my goodness, this is getting a little weird towards the end. One Flatcher is in for a second frag. He's got a bomb to recover, but they are very split right now. Nowhere near the bomb, nowhere near the action. Not that there's much of it going on at the moment. They have, of course, lulled in order to just cover their bases. A weird little game state here. 30 seconds for Juan Flatcher to get anything done. And I think he was expecting to have run into somebody by now. Oh, drops down. Will get away with it. Can he make it away from short? Yes, he can. So bomb plant secured. And a reset here. This could get very dangerous indeed. Oh my goodness. Pera have to play this one correctly. Would be a very pivotal round to drop in the early stages of Mirage here. The flawless map for them so far. Looking set to continue, but a big clutch could make a difference. Juan Flatro checking all his angles, not spotting anybody out just yet. He knows there's one towards stairs. He's heard them, but not ready for the guy from ramp. And MSN gets an easy frag to close out the round.
Got to be said, though, credit to Gil for actually making a round out of that. That probably shouldn't have been kind of as close as it was. Especially considering they came in with, well, majority P250s. So fair play for making at least some level of a conversation. A bomb plot and 3 kills isn't too bad. It's still Pera claiming a stake in that lead. Yup, still in play as well for them. Something in which Gil can't even wield in towards round number 6 too. So there's the advantage here for DGL at range. Isn't bad. At least in this early part of the moment. Good work being done here on the Pera side off the back of a little bit of a rocky start. Since then, it's been pretty damn good. It's quite a start here for Gil too. A couple of players playing anti. Bomb not really committed either as well. Seems like they're waiting for aggression to come out from Pera, but so far not really being offered anything.
Very slow round here. A minute in and not an awful lot has gone down. Mid control walked through for Guild. DGL meanwhile holding the crack. Just keeping that information around that they are sort of in the lower mid area. Hoya meanwhile pushes in towards ramp, finds the opening frag. That removes a pretty large part of the attack for Guild. Oh, is that a shadow? Is that a mini-map spot? Either way, Aaron strikes for 3, and he's won the round. Yeah, DGL chimes in, but it was all Aaron there. The old guard finding a big triple spray down.
Not bad, not bad. Aaron, man, continues to prove why he's been one of the best players in this tournament so far. He said, statistically speaking, 4th best player overall, top on his team, and showing what he can bring to the table. Nice little triple spray down. And actually really well timed as well. Rotating through, kind of triple towards default, holding that comp push, and through that smoke, finding a couple of easy ones. Not bad. Not bad by any means. It actually forced Guild now into a relatively early tack time out here. Bring Devil Walk in towards the conversation, see what he can do, but I guess fundamentally speaking, it's not an easy situation to be in. You've got the Guild Eagle side who, in basically the bulk of the rifle rounds, are not getting a lot. Pera, who could put up a bit of a strong CT side start and prove why they are so good at this map. We already spoke about Pera being 10 matches played on this map and 10 wins. We can see exactly why. DGL, Molotov going to come towards top boxes. He assumes someone has crossed, but he isn't really going to give it too much attention. Synopsy will join up with Juan Fletcher. And Juan Fletcher's gone for that kind of a hero AK buy here as well. Synopsy, as he leaves that charge coming through, he's going to be the, I think he's the bodyguard for the bomb here. Don't know how great he wants to get, but MSN again playing over towards Bao.
Pick up for him as Synopsy tries getting maybe a bit too aggressive there. But we'll see now. Hero AK of Juan. What's he going to get done with it? Slow creep up. Oh, he is looking for an opportunity here towards jungle. Not going to check his corners. Employer takes him easily in for another one as well. Fantastic stuff. So very well held here. Pera looking good, man. You can see why the Mirage is so effective. They're really confident. Individuals absolutely flying right now on this CT side. You got Aaron, you got MSN, but the big name, of course, is Poya after this round. Really solid scoreline from him. Sineri, however, will be looking to give him his third death. Oh, spotted out. Can't get the double. So Poya keeps on surviving and gets himself a 4K. Isn't that a lovely way for it to work out?
Alrighty. 3 rounds. The gap now as well for Pera. And it's actually starting to look pretty damn substantial, all things considered. I mean, there's been a few people stepping up over towards the guild side, you know, bringing up to 9 kills and a few, about some moments of impact. But generally speaking, Pera, it's been relatively plain sailing. The gun round to come through for guild. Desperately need them to find one of these gun rounds in their favor. So far, not so good. Juan Fletcher's gone super quick up short. And he will find one for his luck as well. GXX drops Aaron, and that's an important double opener.
It's pretty big for Guild. First time in a little while here that it feels like they have had any kind of impact. A bomb site left completely open. MSN is close to it, but he's just going to see if anything comes his way. Ultimately, to me, this looks like a save. They do have cash, could definitely go for it, but it's a round that's going to be difficult to win unless they are fed kills. And with that one, the energy seems to have shifted. MSN getting closer in, DGL coming to join him, and Camion's in connector now, so we like the way that this looks. Pera moving in fast. The one thing that they've not really considered, of course, is rig on from behind. He puts them on somewhat of a timer, particularly Camion. Looks like that kill will come in a matter of moments here. Camion spotted and finished off. DGL all alone, 16 HP. Not going to be able to make it out here, right? They're covering him off. The bomb might take him. Either way, he is a goner. And that will be round number 3 for Guild. And of course, the first gun round.
Yeah, that's the important thing. I think with Guild struggling to get these gun rounds, just getting that first one ticked off brings the confidence with it. Now Guild can start to have a conversation on their own. I think thankfully if you're Pera, because you've built up a good amount of stability, those kind of 5 rounds in a row had given you now enough money left in the back pockets to buy back in with the AWP in play here. Full belt to the util and all of the rest. ETL though, it's a couple of those pretty important shots. You see the AWP connecting, especially now that GXX has picked one up of his own. I mean, he struggled a little bit against the rifles, being caught napping just a tad. Now against the AWP, but don't know how to fare. Util towards A. Boy, yeah, jump spotting, but nothing given just yet.
Rig on to kick the round off. However, short-lived, at least the advantages. We'll see. They're shaping up for an A hit. They might decide against that. Rigon's being caught towards short now as well, so a much weaker Guild side, but still committing 3 versus 2 in favor of the defensive element here. Bomb has yet to make it through to the site or get planted. Changes hands as GXX will look for an opener on the retake. Lovely stuff from him. Allows them a bit of space, and they will be able to make it towards that ramp area. Get the AWP in particular really, really working here. Tough angle to beat. He's very ready for the fight. Flash comes in. Could have pulled the trigger. They walked round that corner. Unfortunately, he doesn't. And that gives the onus to Pera to take control of the bomb site.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. And I said I was, calling upon DJ on that AWP to start to sing, and there it is. It's exactly that lovely little double from him. Isolating this fight quite nicely. See, Pera pull further away once again. I think the important thing now as well is you can start to make conversations really about Pera putting up such a kind of a stable first half that's going to make things really difficult for this guild side. You're already guaranteeing at the bare minimum we're going to see a tied game at the turn of the half, but the way they're playing right now, you wouldn't even make too much of an argument to see a 7-5, maybe even more. Molotov pulls top boxes, DGL. Drops a nade in towards that smoke as well. Thing offering up for him. But Seneri, may I say, catches pretty big nade through B main, and he gets spammed down by Cammy. And that's a lovely little 1-2 setup. Molotov comes through, so that forces Seneri to play through Kitchen. He gets spammed down. That's really nicely done.
Yeah, really solid. Poya going to get taken down, however. Aaron holds the line, though. There's just, I think a bit too much damage, a bit too chaos, a bit too much chaos strewn here on the A-bomb site. Guild can't really work within that at the moment. Plan and GXX. Left, scrambling. One still going for it. GXX, to me, looks like he's not really fancying it, to be honest, but Plan's got an idea. Doesn't really work. GXX might as well just save now, to be honest with you. Or try and see what he can get done with this AWP. But no, he's sticking in for the fight. First landed. Second, not so much. 7-3. So a real solid scoreline already for Pera, and they obviously have potential to take it further.
Yeah, honestly, this is now really starting to slot itself into place. Quite comfortably. Very little mistakes being made here by the Pera side. And even the synergy is looking really solid. You see Aaron kind of doubling between kind of that front and back connected position on towards the A side, kind of reclaiming a lot of that space. But I think for Guild Eagles, trying a little too hard to rely on the individuals. It's not working for them. Pera have a very good read of this Mirage so far, and it goes back to what we were saying coming into the series. It's been a tough one in terms of discussing what the veto was going to be, and I think going into a Mirage is a risk. Cammy, nice swing from short. Finds an Opsy. Opening kill, again, going the way of Pera.
Yeah, really solid in that sort of sense. Seneri has made this a bit more interesting. Rigon gets his peak towards short, so not over before it's over, of course, and the one kill towards mid doesn't mean anything if you're going towards B, I suppose. DGL going to be left low. 4 versus 3. Shaping up pretty well here for Guild. There is somewhat of a flank coming round from Aaron. Juan Flatro with a flank of his own, though, has done a great deal of damage. Will go down. There's still time to get this defuse, man. Aaron's got to play this right, however, especially now because he's lost his teammate. And with that, I think he will call off the retake, unfortunately. Try and stick around, try and take a gun, but it ain't going to happen. 4th round for Guild Eagles.
Yeah, nice. I think they absolutely desperately needed that tail end of the half. If they hadn't got it, I think things would have been very, very worrying indeed. I think, if you're starting to have conversation about Pera having the potential of 9 rounds on a CT side, I don't know. That's where maybe it goes out of the realms of possibility. Final round of the half, though. Even if you make a conversation about Pera getting an 8-4, it's still pretty damn dominant. However, winning that round for Guild Eagles has had a bit of a knock-on effect. You've got MSN and DGL. The FAMAS's Poy is only going to pick up an MP9. So a real world here with Guild Eagles find a 7-5 half, and that wouldn't be the end of the world. We can take some silver linings that they recovered at least to a degree. Execute A, they're going quick here.
Yeah, moving in fast for sure, man. Poya up close and personal. Does get taken down as the smoke gets blown, maybe by a teammate, to be fair. It looked like they were raining on in the nades there on the CT side. DGL got to be careful. They're closing the gap to try and take him. This is so awkward. He will go down. MSN in with a flash, but can't find a trade up. He will, second time of asking. A lot of damage done there by MSN. Just couldn't quite convert those 2 frags cleanly. Aaron, meanwhile, in connector. Also looking for an opportunity. Slimly presents itself. Is that a move that's needed by Scenarii? We'll find out a little later on into the round. Can Camion get the trade in? Not a lot of time to work with. He does indeed get it. Where's the kit? Can he get there? Can he get back? Where's the bomb? Oh, I don't think so. I don't think he's quite going to have enough time here, to be honest, now. It's awfully close. No. I don't think he's got it. That's so unfortunate, man. So unfortunate. 7-5 at the turn of the half. Pera can definitely be happy. A lovely recovery from Guild. We're going to take a break. When we're back, we'll see how Mirage concludes. Welcome back into the action. We have the second half here between Pera and Guild. Mirage, thus far, delivering, I would say. An interesting first half. Pera looking pretty good the whole way through, but at that very sort of final hurdle of it, right? They had the opportunity to get up to 8 or 9, which is a really nice scoreline in CS2, and they dropped that opportunity, I suppose. Guild doing a very good job of netting a couple at the end, making it look serviceable.
Well, JXX, gonna be tested, fella. Rigon trying to pluck them out of the sky, falling off balcony, but not to be. We'll find one. MSN drops, looking for more as well, but Aaron going on to pack. They're just overwhelming. The pack mentality, too strong, but so centery. Hang on a second. This round's on. Maybe not. Cameo might have other ideas. Juan Flacho is so low. He hasn't spotted him. And Juan Flacho sneaks his way in towards back pillar, just about crossing there from short. And finally, that headshot's a scrappy pistol round. I mean, you'd expect nothing less. Guild Eagles make it a one-round game.
Now, ain't that something? I think, yeah, a real gap close here by Guild Eagles. Definitely surprising a lot of us involved here. As mentioned, a fantastic start to the game, but, you know, that's really not even half the battle. So, Guild doing a very good job of closing the gap, and they look scary from a position like this when they're able to get off to that strong start. A nice find by Aaron, in all fairness to him, but surely that should be all that's picked up. Actually, Poya does get another in this, but Juan staying cool. Nice and crisp against the Ecos. Camion recovered a deagle here. Looking for another head. Oh, he comes close, but unable to deny Juan Flacho the 4K.
Nice little eco hunting there from Juan. We'll tie this game up. Now, we were having conversations at halftime talking about kind of how risky this pick is. You know, Pera, best of ones, when they played Ancient the other day, won 39 against Guild. So if they were able to squeeze out this Mirage in their favor, would put them in a very good position. But right now, Guild Eagles making a real fight on this CT side. First full buy to come through here for the Pera side on their T side. AK is coming through. DJL can't quite squeeze out the AWP, even if he was to go armorless, so he's going to wield an AK of his own. In a similar fashion we were talking about for Guild Eagles. You know, Guild Eagles now won both the pistols. They've had these kind of guaranteed second rounds in their favor too. But we saw things started well for them on the T side. Went 2-0 up and then ended up dropping down to 5-2. It's 5 in a row for Pera on those gun rounds, and they're hoping not for the same. That was to be. I think they probably start to be in a considerable amount of trouble. Big gun rounds, very important here, though.
Usual default kind of start into this round. There will be a burst out mid from Pera, so using an awful lot of utility to get that mid control. Going to have to do something with it. Some cheeky smoke plays coming in from both sides, really. But no kills yet. There's so much spent, so many bodies, you know what I mean? There was like 7, 8 players in and around the mid area for just a second there. No kills is kind of unbelievable.
Yeah. It was quiet off the back of that kind of initial bit of contact. Grouping in the direction of A. Synopsy had a bit of a quiet game, especially by his standards. Looking to try and turn things on its head here, and he's going to be tested as they go towards A. Looks like they might be playing primarily contact through ramp. Poy is going to group up, may I say, through that of Palace. In comes that Utah, but yeah, pretty slow in the rotation still.
Yeah, I know, this is kind of weird. Aaron going to find the first head of Sceneri. And also Juan Flatro. They're still pretty convinced that it is an A hit, but obviously now they have lost a lot of the bite. There is a flank coming round. GXX goes down a bit too early, though, in this, you know, what would have been 5-on-3. Wow, just getting rolled, man. Rigon gets his catch with his flank, but there's nobody else around. So he's going to take that AK, and I think he should be able to make it out. We'll see. They're on him a little. He might have to fight his way out.
Mid guy. The mid guy should catch him. If DGL doesn't, that is.
Especially now that he's been stopped by DGL's presence. Okay.
Okey-dokey.
Okay. Rigon knows, too. He's not just hitting the shots. He also got the sense. He nearly found that kill onto Aaron. How's he not dead? Was that dink through the floor, maybe? All right. Fair play, Rigon.
Fair play,
They're going to lose the round. They are going to lose the round.
Yeah, you made it expensive. I guess
that's a highlight reel, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you can take some silver linings, I think, from that quite considerably. When you look at it in the sense that you know, traditionally we look at these sort of rounds as kind of bonus rounds when you know you're coming against a low buy from Guild, or what you would assume to be a low buy. They're actually going to force into this. And I think the force feels quite risky. Yes, they've kind of pulled together a double FAMAS. Synopsy, just a 5-7 for him. Armor alongside it as well. They could have had a full buy-in towards the next with an AWP. They opt against it here to go for just one upgraded rifle alongside the saved AK. Right, risky. Rig on. And that AK. Making a little bit of noise through connector, but nothing offering up from just yet. GXX going to play around window. Slow things down once again here, Pera. This is exactly what they did towards the previous round, and it worked. That's a missed smoke coming through window, but they can molly it to cover that space here. Swinging to come to the corner. Rig on for the first, but traded.
Not bad at all, to be fair. I think we'll be happy with a frag, at the very least, on the Guild side of things. Pera just left having to play things safe. Got to watch themselves. It could get out of hand quickly. A slow creep towards the B-bomb site, though. We do like this. I think they're setting up nicely. Guild, I'm not a big fan of the way that they are positioned right now. I think it gives a lot more control to Pera once they sort of make it past the jail window. And Scenario goes down way too easily as well, so it doesn't look fantastic from here. Juan Flacho trying to get a catch. Doesn't happen. GXX is around fast. That's a great flash in from Synopsy, however. Makes all the difference over the top. Bomb has yet to be planted. Getting a little wild, but Camion staying cool under the pressure. They will manage to fend off the Eagles.
Has to be said, I think when you look at how Camion's played that through balcony, that's really impressively done. Dropping out on towards that B site. Takes a fight coming through. Get right. Swings on towards a back pillar player as well. Fanning both there. Really impressive from Camion, especially because that round was looking incredibly shaky. When they get mowed down from back pillar, I think it looks like Pera in a lot of trouble. Thankfully, not the case for them. Of course, now they're going to get a 2-for-1 special. That force buy for Guild unsuccessful. It leaves them on the low buy, and they're just flying out towards A. And they know this. Mac 10 taking a fight within the first 5 seconds. MSN a freebie.
Well, these guys are a little crazy, it would seem. Denari will manage to find his kill on the USP. That's all they're going to get. It's close. It is close, but yeah,
20
definitely
seconds that round.
laying down the law with that round, weren't they? Not messing around. And yeah, almost dangerous, though. Into a stack, and they do pretty well.
20 whole seconds that round. It was lightning fast. And of course, it means that Pera, 3 rounds ahead of their opponents. Their side to lock in double digits, but also, most importantly, on their opponent's map pick, only 3 rounds away now from taking it. This is where we question the gamble of a Mirage. GXX, though, to call things back in his favor. Rigon actually connects with a flash, and a swing on towards Aaron's good. Catches him off guard, looking for seconds as well. And he eats it all up. Lovely mid-take here from Guild Eagles. That's a great response.
Oh, Rigon, though. Finding that final frag a little lucky to get away with it. MSN all alone. And this is also a fast round, but the other way. And good for Guild. I think if, you know, they'd gone down quickly here, it would have been really problematic. What with Pera being so close to that 13 round mark. However, they do well under the pressure. They often do. MSN does have the bomb. Could get a little interesting out here. Damage and a bomb plant would be pretty nice. They've got just about enough cash to put together a buy, particularly with the theoretical bomb plant. So let's see here. Synopsy working his way round. But if Synopsy goes down, I'd say it's a free plant.
I think you're right. Just because of the spacing. Maybe that connector player can double back in time. Doesn't have a smoke, so make that a little bit harder. But Synopsy spots the shoulder first. Left eye peak, unfortunately for MSN. Only going one way. And immediately Pera going to call for a timeout off the back of that. They don't... I mean, they do have money. It's only DGL really doesn't. But it's how they want to buy around this. MSN can get an AK and armor, no util. If he wants to use it, he's got to go in towards a Galil. DGL can't really invest, so maybe only the likes of a Tech 9 if they were to full buy. and the rest of the team can come through by. So it's a bit of a weird situation. It looks like they're going to give us a go. Poya, Aaron and Camion, no problems with the AKs. Like we said, MSN can go for one if he wants, but he won't have any util. So he may be going towards the likes of a Galil, and he will pick up a bit of util. Unfortunately for DGL, Deagle or Tech9 basically feels like the option. He's going to opt for the latter. Tech9 pretty good on the move, so maybe sending DGL into the early fight might be the play. Guild Eagles breathing down the necks now. We already saw Guild Eagles kind of fluff a bit of a half buy like this, and it allowed Pera up to 10. If Pera fluffed this one, well, Guild Eagles will get the same. Very close game indeed. I'm going to say I missed Windows maybe, but actually not. It's just a very deep con smoke coming through here, and Rigon's going to play around it.
Yeah, could get dangerous, though, as the smoke starts to dissipate. He's trying to make it out of there. Actually sticks around to take the fight on Aaron. Wow, that is a confident play. He was bailing. Trying to play safe, it looked like, but no. A big win as well. A big, big kill early on. Doesn't take any damage for his trouble. He continues to have a great game. That's magic. That really is. MSN looking in towards the mid window. Nothing quite presenting. Rigon does get a little overzealous with that one. And it has allowed Pera to get a squeeze back in. Van Flatro, big kill from him. Wow, again, these repeats are crazy from Guild. But they're working.
Smoke goes down into his window. Versus 4. Senery will fall. Round opens up a little bit. They're going to go back over towards BGX. He spots the gun barrel of the AK, but the swing might get him. Missed shot, and now he's in a bit of trouble. Thankfully, he has a window player to support the cross, but my God, that is such a good swing from Poya. Just deletes one flasher playing through kitchen. Synopsy's all that's left. He will find Camion, who picks up the orb, but was in transition. The nade doesn't go deep enough, so MSN's still alive. This round's on. 1v1, and Synopsy's made something of this.
Oh my goodness, absolutely loving it. Poya will get the frag. My goodness gracious. From the ashes of defeat, Pera have pulled off a pretty incredible round there with the low buy. And as I said, down and out, it looked like a big, big win there for the course of Mirage. And now we do start to worry for Guild. They're going to have cash. But they needed that round.
Yeah, big time. Big time. The fact that they didn't get it really is... unfortunately, it's just so worrying for them now because you've got Pera being so damn close to that finish line. This feels like the Hail Mary, the kind of now or never for Guild Eagles. All chips to the middle of the felt. They've gone for a force buy. Round number 20. The jump peak's good though. One Flash is so blind, but the nade is beautiful towards Camion. Mac 10 around the corner. Falls that I had to Senery, but DGL will answer back. That might be the B-side if Senery can't stay alive.
Yeah, that's kind of wild. He will go down, but it's Synopsy that comes around for the double kill. Rigon, he pushes forwards too, and all of a sudden, Aaron's alone. That's crazy.
Oh, no.
Rigon with a move here as well. Should be able to get the drop. He does indeed. Cheeky, cheeky play, but that's what he's all about. 24th kill of the game in the 9th round for Guild.
My, oh my. That was such a risky play by Guild, but it pays off in their favor. On the flip side, we were talking about them having little left in the bank if that one had gone south. Well, same has to be said for Pera here. Now, they have to go into a lower buy, which should gift Guild Eagles double digits. On Mirage, an absolute game we are getting here. Thankfully, they will have enough to buy in towards the next round regardless, but a bomb plant would just give them that, a little bit extra of that, you know, the buy and all the trimmings around it too. But, of course, you know, only the Glocks this round. We're not really expecting all too much. And this is kind of where Pera can sort of call attack pause of our... Calling attack pause, so to say. Slow in towards mid. A contact play.
Easy stuff. Laid over the top. There you go. It's all roses for Guild. This is getting tense, though, man. Right towards the very tail end. As we've said, a big risk, it felt like, from Guild in the veto to go for this one. Pera undefeated in 10. Really been on a tear recently. There's a 13-0 in there as well. They've been liking their Mirage. Guild, also no pushovers on it. I would say it's probably one of their favorite, if not their favorite map as well. It just feels so risky because, you know, we got Ancient coming up next, and that's a pretty good one for Pera as well. So you're putting a lot of weight upon this map. A lot of weight upon this round. It kicks off well for Pera. And Flatro sticking around trying to take another fight. He's not going to get anything done. We've had some decent damage out, but Pera in the lead.
Yeah, numbers game. Looking pretty good early doors. And immediately off the back of that kill as well, Pera going to call for a pause. I like this. Slow things down. Hang on a second, Synopsy. Well, this is a nice idea going for the push. He might not expect MSN. He does. Good reaction. That's the bomb as well. And now Synopsy is so crucial to this round, but he overextends and Aaron will punish. At least they know where the bomb is. Poya stays towards Delpan. He doesn't actually have to move here.
Rigon. Moving forward. Not going to expect Aaron. It's a weird little angle. Oh, and they've brought it back massively. 2 big kills. Pera have got the read. You know, they know that Guild love to go exploring, love to find those frags. Sometimes it does pay off for Guild, sometimes not. And in this round, it hasn't. They get picked apart in the end. The 4v3, you know, hanging on the knife edge, immediately falls off that proverbial cliff. So a big round and a big read from Pera. Great time to do it. 12-10.
Yeah, as well. You know, if Synopsy had found that kill and then just pumped the brakes a tad, that round could have been completely different. Unfortunately, overextension comes through and Aaron punishes. Aaron continues to have a very good game, tournament, series, or the rest. There's a boost there as well. Doesn't catch the player crossing. Nades will come through. Slide tags. Rigon's going to get it in front of it. But nobody there to meet him. 3. I mean, that actually all 5 rotating over towards that of B. But they've already taken all of this mid control. So they're known quantities. They can hear them running through the spawn here.
Rigon, big frag from him. Juan Flatro. Okay, it's actually Rigon that finds the double all the same. Huge hold here in towards middle. Juan for a multi-frag moment of his own. Camion suddenly is all alone and he's straight into the grave. A real fast one, a real effective one from Guild. And a big way to do it as well. Eliminating everybody. Denying the bomb plant means there's hardly any money for Pera coming into the last round of regulation. Can they close it out from here? Will Guild reset the game and take it to overtime? I think that would be so good for them. It has just been, you know, this sort of unstable CT side. Decent rounds here or there, but just couldn't quite get their claws in. If they can get the money reset and all that, if they can get the pressure and just the game state reset, I think it would put them in a fantastic position.
Yeah, agreed. I think as well, Pera, they know how they've kind of let this slip a little bit. They had so many prime opportunities. Pop towards A, though. In they come. Rigon's got to step up. There's one. Big kill towards Aaron. But at least Poya will trade on towards Synopsy. Bit of room to work with. Bomber go down to the Molotov, catches Rigon. Maybe this round's still on.
Certainly is possible. MSN. Oh, gets a flash in. Can't quite find the kill, but he gets a decent amount of information there. Ooh. Big one from Poya. He knows there's another coming round. Gonna get him too. Oh, he could have kept on going. Runs out of ammo. But surely with 26 HP Senair, he cannot get this done. He finds himself 6 feet under, and Pera find themselves with a 13-round victory. Beautiful stuff there at the tail end to just stay a level above. But a fantastic first map. Guild, we said it could backfire. It may well have done.
Yeah, bro. That 100% win rate on Mirage continues for Pera. It was a risky pick. I think it was a bit of a gamble, quite a ballsy one in the sense that I think they were just trying to really kind of fight fire with fire, take, you know, kind of the bull by the horns, as they say. But yeah, it didn't pay off, right? I think, you know, they got punished. Pera had a very good read and understanding about how Guild are expected to play Mirage, and hey, man, it works really well. I think that comes down to a lot of preparation done by Pera and a really good map again by Aaron. I think he played some stellar Counter-Strike, playing a lot of those hero, high contact roles like Connector, doing a very good job. Map number 1 goes the way of Pera. We now have Pera's pick as well. Coming up next, it's Ancients. They beat Guild on this 13-9 just a couple of days ago. and looking to do the same to book that Pro League spot. We're going to throw this one to a break. When we are back, map number 2 underway.
call it a virus, but we call it the antidote. It's an answer to silence. The future is here to revolt.
Map number 2 getting underway between Guild and Pera. Looking very good after that first map. It was Pera to take it, but only just edging it over the line. We said it was a risk to pick into Mirage. Pera also feeling that way, showing them who's boss in the end. Now we move on to Ancient. This is the pick of Pera. Guild, not necessarily massive pushovers on it, but it is going to be tough to get that reverse sweep in the Pro League spot.
Yeah, I think now you can safely say that kind of Guild have got their backs up against the wall a little bit. You know, they've already lost on this map once in this tournament to Pera. And I think because of that, that's where you've got to look at just the raw stats and think that this is actually quite a concerning position for Guild. They're not looking massively comfortable right now. And I think this is a prime opportunity for Pera to cause, a real upset, right? Go in towards this map, already got a map on the EPL, and potentially go towards Pro League. And I think when you looked at this tournament here at the start, not that many people would have called that on the outset. So, I mean, credit, man. Pera have come towards this tournament, been flying out the gates, and now within one map of a Pro League spot. That in itself is absolutely insane. And for kind of the final sort of national championships, conference, whatever you want to call it, whatever you've known it as over the last kind of few years, for it to be Pera to lock it in would be absolutely insane. But it's not all doom and gloom just yet for Guild. You know, like you said, they're not a complete pushovers on this map. It's a map in which they have played a fair decent amount. And when we look at it overall as well, I think we can expect maybe Guild to have something up their sleeve. They surely expected Pera to pick back into. They surely have looked at the tape, right, and seen what went wrong when they lost 13-9. So I have to wait and see. But, without further ado, Scriv, we're about to get underway. Can Guild turn it around and push us towards an Anubis? And Anubis as well, in which then the odds arguably flip in their favor.
Yes, so a difficult map on the way, but potentially a reward on the horizon if they are to win it. In their minds, they feel they will be capable, but Pera definitely sending a message with the previous map. It was quite stressful there towards the end, and they managed to keep it away from the overtime. They managed to even win it out, one might argue. Juan Flatro going to open this round. Synopsy at the back end of B doesn't quite know what to aim at. Oh god, this is an absolute mess. The bomb taking fights, by the way. Camion swings around for 2. The bomb is out of there. All right, getting a little interesting. Aaron is back behind, holding for any sort of rotations. DGL's also stuck around. Bomb going to go down. I don't know. This is kind of wild, man. Really wild. MSN has to be careful. Ceneri's got a kit. Ceneri has got a kit. Aaron's on the way, though. Finds his frag, and MSN wins his as well. So, again, the big crunch moment, the big frags going the way of Pera.
Yeah, got to be said as well. You know, when you look at Mirage, Guild with 2 for 2 in pistols, that, made that game, considerably closer. If they hadn't won that, it actually could have been a considerably more one-sided Mirage. Now that they haven't picked the pistol here, is that a sign of things to come? Pera, really nicely done. Guild are going to go for a force buy. Now, I mean, you've been working alongside me for a long time, and you know how much I despise this. I'm not a fan of force buying on the CT side into the second round. All that they can muster is double MP9 and a few pistols alongside it. It's so damn risky. Lose this. Pera get a second, but also a 3v of a third as well. And for a 3-0 start out the gates with minimal competition, It's concerning. The Guild win it. Maybe I'm a believer.
Oh my goodness. Ooh, play with fire. Double kill for him though. Very trying to follow up. Actually, the bomb that's been spilled forwards there. Tiny oversight. Difficult when you're in the fights to consider these things. But that is a pretty big deal. Smoke goes down. Galil retrieved, 3 versus 3 with bomb controls. Pretty good for Guild. You can't lie.
Not bad, but Rigon falls. And now it changes. And the only other worrying thing as well is that, I was going to say, Synopsy doesn't have head armor. And Poya shows exactly what happens. MSN's going to run out of there. Seneri dancing between the two angles here. He's a dead man. Only the 2 casualties for Pera. All things considered, it ain't too shabby. And like we said, finding that sort of gifts them a third here as well. I'm going to see too much of a buy. I mean, I guess when Fletcher has squeezed out an MP9.5 armor here and still has enough money left in reserves to buy properly and towards the next with a loss bonus. So it's not the end of the world. These are the sort of rounds that Guild have on occasion converts in their favor. Pera, quad AK. For them to lose this would be a massive upset. Ooh.
Oh, Rigon.
CZ?
Yeah. Listen, man, I've seen some crazy things with the CZ recently, and this round's getting crazy. All right, CZ's one thing, but the rest of the team also coming into play. As Swan had picked himself up another MP9. Absolutely wild stuff. Aaron, though, I love this. Bit of patience, and it pays off for him. Not losing his composure, and he will save the round there for his team. But goodness me, Pera have brought these last couple much closer than they ever should have been.
Jesus, that round never should have got that close. Rigon, a double with the CZ to start things off. That gun, it sucks, in my opinion. So to make it work that well, fair play. Fair play. Very few can make the CZ look easy, and Rigon's just done it exactly there. Close for no cigar, but it still is 0 start for Pera. And no bonus buys here for the Pera side either. Will be into that full buy. Open play. That's all we're getting.
Ooh, rough fight there for Poya. Rigon wins it out. Doesn't really take any damage. Not looking too good. But we'll see here as the round gets a little bit later on. Or DGL, big frag. 4 versus 4 ensuing. DGL in with another tag as well. Liking the way that this is looking for Pera. The Ceneri, despite his low HP, wins out a fight. Will eventually fall, but not before it's a solid position for Guild Eagles to work from. Liking this look an awful lot.
Camion. Slowly but surely trying to work his way through cave here, but she's just going to double back. This is a group play. I'm not really too sure what the idea is. I mean, he's making some noise, so either way, looks like they're going to commit. Over towards the B side, 2 players here to meet them. 2v2 on towards the side itself. And I'm sure Rigon's going to rotate over sooner rather than later. And they're going to come out towards long. Orp posted. They might not clear Wanflatro here. It's a bit of an off angle. There's the first. Wanflatro. Swing on the left. He's covered. And Camion doubles down. Hang on a second. This round looks so good for Guild. And it's now fallen apart. The Orp's posted in the right position. DJ holding and finding 2. 4-0 star for Pera. And what a recovery. Camion with a sumptuous and super important double.
Man alive. There are some real bailout moments here from Pera. Massive fights going down, but they are coming out on top of them. It was a good start for Guild. Found the first frag. They were in a great spot. And Pera able to recover these rounds. And like I say, the crunch moments, as I like to call them, looking good. Early utility raining on in. Nobody taking an aggressive fight. So a slower start into this one. Nice little chunk onto MSN.
already. Guild. Another force buy coming through as well. Traditionally, you'd expect kind of maybe a little bit half buy here, buying the next, but Guild are so happy to be forcing in, and does worry you a tad. Haven't been too, I guess, clean on the old force buys. Haven't converted too many of them just yet so far this series. A minute to work with though, and Pera haven't really done all too much. Nice nade.
Decent. Where is the follow-up, though, from both teams, right? We're as yet to see a frag or even a proper engage go down. Maybe Aaron is about to change that. Oh, nearly gets the timing in. Going to go aggressive. And Juan Flacho was not expecting that at all. Neri with the MP9 trying to close down Aaron, and he does so. Aggression, matching aggression. However, Aaron has drawn all of the Guild Eagles' attention, man. They bail off of A. A little bit of presence in from MSN as well. They both do their part perfectly. I'm going to go down on A, and a long-winded retake now for Guild.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Seriously tough. I'm not expecting a whole lot here, and definitely not anymore. Subsy falls, swing from Camion. He's so confident, young Camion, right now. And DJL spotted the last rotating away. Senery's just calling for a save. He's found 3 kills. Would have needed the ace to win it out, but unfortunately, that's definitely asking way too much. Another force buy not going the way of Guild. And Pera pulling away now. This is getting very worrying indeed. A 5-0 star on the T side of Ancient. Not a dream position of your Guild. I wouldn't mind a pause coming in sooner rather than later. Bring Devil Walking towards the conversation. This is where he needs to kind of earn his keep, and well, they're going to do exactly that, thankfully. I think the sack pause is so needed for the Guild side. They're all over the place. Nothing's working in the way that they would hope, and a very scrappy playstyle. Pera are matching them at it. I'm well beating them right now as well. It's really worrying.
Yeah, it's really not good, and I think you make a very good point there that it is kind of that match. Similar styles. We said there would be a clash. And thus far, it is Pera coming out on top of that clash, which is definitely interesting. You know, thought it would be way more of a battle here, but not the case. So, yeah. Worrying, interesting, curious. Difficult to know what's going to go down here. But after a timeout, maybe Guild can turn things around. This buy is not perfect. It's also a pretty good starting point.
Well, in the flames, Aaron gets 2 there. The spray control somehow getting a second. Aaron continues to impress, man. Juan Flacho will scoop up the AK. MSN, the lucky man to still be alive. Re-smoking towards Elbow will keep control of mid in the favor of Guild, but no one's towards A. So Camion's going to get all of this space for free, and it's actually a ruse as well, it seems. Bomb
Maybe
still
just
commit
maybe.
B.
Oh, yeah, it's another sort of fake out. One sticking around, might be able to catch Camion. Did he hear a footstep there? He seems pretty certain. Ah, he's seen a shadow now, so yeah, he's definitely certain. Pre-fire is easy. And Pera don't really have any presence anywhere else on the map, so a weird kind of move, it has to be said.
Yeah. This is a considerably odd one, has to be said. In a 3 versus 3, and you can just see Guild Eagles, they're so confused. You know, they've gone back over towards A, see nothing, and now they're rotating back in the direction of B. It's a scout to try and hold the play, though. I mean, GXX, hasn't got off the board yet. Now would be a perfect time to find some form. MSN's going to go for a smoke, so more or less, GXX should be pretty minimal what he can do here. 10 seconds, got to get that bomb down.
Yeah, not the best kind of look here. They will manage to get the bomb down, however. No real resistance from Guild just yet, but a lot of damage done and now followed up upon. Poya, we're looking at him to do a lot of the work here. He's going to clear out an angle towards Cave, try and get some info in. Oh, Juan Vacho with the team kill. Could make all the difference. Poya, they will line up for him a little bit here. He just can't connect the bullets. Needed a quick headshot there. to isolate those fights. Not going to happen, and Guild finally find their first.
Yeah, I honestly think Pera overcomplicated that situation quite considerably. You know, you saw Camion lurking out towards the A site. The second he takes any sort of fight, they should immediately be popping on towards B. But you could see kind of half the team rotated over with Camion, and then 2 stayed over towards ramp, but there was no commitment anywhere. It's a bit of a weird one. I think for me, they made that so much more difficult than it probably needed to be. Gave Guild an opportunity in a bit of that carnage and the chaos. See it in their favor. So first one on the board. It's a sigh of relief, I think, of your Guild as well. Off the back of the pause too. They're going to go quick here. Oh, DGL, that is so damn quick from him individually.
Pretty nasty. A real message once again from Pera that they're able to work their way back into a round so very quickly. However, weird play through the smoke. Juan Flatro still is alive, but has to go nuclear. Double kill for him. This makes things interesting. Poya left very, very low. 1 bullet is all that it will take. Camion can't stop the defuse, can't find it. Flash going round, but it ain't fast enough. They've got a kit on that bomb. And, man, maybe a bit of panic. They just got caught out of position there in the 2 versus 2.
Yeah, it's tough. It really is. I think safe to say that, again, a little bit of a weird setup kind of came through from Pera in terms of that post plan. It actually let them down a little bit. The pop on towards the site was good. They just don't hold the smoke, and they allow Juan Flatro to come alive a little bit. Well played to him. Nicely done. He's the only one kind of consistently stepping up over towards Guild Eagles. 12 and 6. He finds himself 149 ADR. Top in the server right now. And then when you consider, you got Synopsy, who's arguably one of the most important men over towards Guild Eagles. 0 and 7. So, unfortunately, not consistent across the board just yet for the Guild Eagles. But at the very least, 2 rounds in a row. There's a conversation to be had. Very important round to come through here as well. Big swing round, we like to call these. Both sides have nothing really left in terms of that long-term economy. Win this out for Pera. It's a great opportunity for them to further this lead. If Guild take it, however, they can close that gap quite considerably. Go within, essentially reaching distance within 1 of the Pera guys, which would be pretty damn huge. Oh, Poya, slight gap on the left-hand side of the elbow smoke, and he punishes Rigon.
Pretty nasty. Again, Pera looking to get the response quickly and shut down any form of a Guild comeback. 5-0, it's a great scoreline to have. And a wonderful starting point. So just sort of keep that kind of a lead, I guess. 5 rounds would be nice. But we'll see. We'll see. That means 5 in a row now for them, I suppose. Would be the next ask. GXX opens. Oh, and he does land 2 for 1 there. Frag doesn't happen, but he certainly sets him up. And Mr. Synopsy will knock them down. Quick third for Guild, despite losing the first.
Yeah. Nice. Nicely done as well. I think it's such an important round for Guild to be taken. Like we said, winning that gives them the opportunity, a kind of a second to follow pretty comfortably. So they should go within 1. Pera started so well, so dominantly. It looked like they were going to run away with the Seaside. Now they're being made to work for each and every round, and 3 in a row from Guild. This is where Guild do their best work. If they can snowball, gotta be concerned. Nice days come over. Camion and MSN taking huge tags there. Elbow smoke as well is pretty good. Camion off fall. Rigon, pretty crisp. That's the A anchor.
Scenari takes a swing out from slant, wins out a clean fight. Juan Flatro for a double kill outside of cave. Easy does it for Guild. Gap close coming fast. Looking pretty good. Pera have hit the wall, so to speak. Maybe a timeout for them. They really got to respect Guild here and respect how well they can play with the momentum. Something that we've talked about an awful lot with Guild. Very emotional team, very confidence-based kind of team, and that is starting to build now. So worrying a little bit for Pera, particularly if they can't get this one on the board. They might end up dropping what was a really solid lead.
That's it. That is it. Rene going to come through. Miss shot there with the orb, and DGL is a lucky man to still be alive. Double nade set up. Synopsy and GXX. Lovely entry for them. That's great mid-control early there. And Senri might get a crack here as well through the flames. Oh, and the spray held down, and MSN just runs into his own death.
Aaron hears all this right now. Knows that they've pushed in. Trying to find a timing. Ooh, spots one moving out towards elbow. This could be big, though, this push, for sure. Gonna catch Teneri reloading. Rigon does manage to get another kill, and Juan with the trade out. So, yeah, the hopes of getting back into the round, unfortunately, thwarted. Another decisive showing from Guild, though. And no bomb plant for Pera means that they'll probably have to concede this. You know, half-buy will come round, but don't expect too much from it.
Yeah, no, spot on. Yeah, it's got to be said. This has been... It's been hard fought. I think for Pera, they've really kind of let the ball slip here. From a 5-0 start at 5-all for Guild. That pause called by Devilwar. Genius. Look how he's turned the tides here. What he did to rally the troops has worked absolute wonders. And Flatcho going to jump smoking towards double door. That'll stop any sort of control there. Senri spraying through said smoke and spotting just the solo Tech 9. Little do you know that they're all grouped up behind it.
Juan waiting patiently for an opportunity to take these players. I think he will indeed get it. They're going to push in once again. A very similar sort of move here from Guild. Spamming away. Finding... Ooh, okay, just a couple this time around. And, you know, pistols are out. Ammo is indeed an issue. A missed shot from GXX as the gap is going to close there. Can't win out against another, but Rigon comes in at the perfect time. GXX did his job, right? Bought some time. Close for Pera. Very close, to be fair to them. No cigar in the end. And now we look... Well, 6-6 or a 7-5. I mean, all the same, it's a hell of a recovery here from Guild.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is, yeah, it's so considerably well done from the Guild side. I mean, mentally, you got to imagine what they were like at an 0-5 position, thinking that potentially this Pro League spot had slipped from within their grasp. Now it's looking the way. Pera letting this entire one slip away from him, and DGL taking all the damage through the flames there, but he'll find the first, and obviously blocked, and he makes it a double. Oh, it's been a long time since we've seen Pera in the action, but it looks like they want to tie this one at the half before it ends. Much better from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a little bit of a shame, I think, towards the end of this half in particular. Their economy destabilized, you know? So they just weren't really able to change things up. Nice pickup from Rigon. So we're not quite over just yet, of course. There is still Juan Flatro on that B-bomb site. Rigon's got a decent read here for the rotation. He's actually going to look more towards middle. I thought he was hightailing it to B. He will be now, of course, but not before the site drops. The bomb gets planted. Still, they will obviously go for this. Nice Molotov. Nade. Spray downs are clean. It's falling apart. It's all on MSN. He's so low. 20 HP. Giddy for the fight, but Rigon just taps him down with the final couple of bullets, and it will be a 7-5. Rigon, a little bit of disrespect for the lead at the turn of the half. Very, very clean stuff there. 5 in a row from Pera, and then 7 in a row from Guild. Second half heating up. You don't want to miss it.
stand flag. Up and road a nomadic plans. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'ma bring it in the firefight. I'm coming to get ya. I'm coming to get ya. I'm the reaper in the dead of night. Lightning strikes in a quiet town. Body
Making magic when they need it most.
Welcome back to the second half between Guild Eagles and Pera Esports on Ancients. A really interesting first half. 5 in a row for Pera, 7 in a row for Guild. Kind of speaks for itself. Guild with a really solid recovery there. Took a timeout, and apparently that's all they needed. So, second half, more of the same. We'll see. DGL at the back end of Big Box here, finding the first head. They're very, very ready for this A-hit, you know. Poya with the double kill. Camion moving around with the dualies to mow them all down. A flawless pistol from Pera. And you can see there's a bit of back and forth. The aggressive boys on the server certainly trying to get inside each other's heads.
Yeah, I mean, you know, rigging on a little bit at the tail end of that first half and could answer back with some of their own. Flawless pistol. I mean, it's now 2 for 2 in pistols for Pera, but not always everything is cracked up to be. Guild went 2 for 2 on Mirage and still lost out that map 13-11. Gun rounds are most important. Consistency is important. That's where Pera were letting things slip in towards that first. They've gone for a force. They rushed on towards B. It's a massacre. And a sea of blue as well. Only the one casualty. Rigon gets just a consolation kill. A very quick round done in about just shy of 15 seconds. 7-all. Well, tied square in a matter of moments. And a force buy by Guild. Again, of course, gives Pera a prime opportunity just to reclaim a stake in that lead.
Yeah, looking good. Looking very, very good indeed. I think we, once again, are going to have a game on our hands. Bit of utility brought up here by Guild. Interested to see what they've got planned for it. Straight down middle goes DGL. Oh, he was thinking about swinging around that corner. He's going to do it. Oh, and he catches Synopsy off guard. So there you are. First frag coming round. Decent bit of nade damage here. Some nice flashes to boot. Really clean stuff. However, any kills for Guild are going to be good. They've got a couple so far. Nearly in for one more. I think Rigon will be no longer in just a moment. Great flash over the top. So, lead regained by Pera quite swiftly. The buy will come in from Guild Eagles. This is often where we see them turn things around, but they're going to have to do so fast. You know, there's not a lot of rounds remaining in this game.
Yeah, it's got to be said. I think on the other side, you look at Guild and these forces that they're going for, you know, pretty minimal success. Do worry me, especially when there's not a lot in this game. They need Ancient if they want a conversation about a Pro League spot. They want to look towards that Anubis. Pera win out this round, and they're going to be so damn close to that spot. And spamming to no avail. See 2 playing through double doors with the bomb. And the other 3 were testing mid early there. Aaron on the swing, doesn't spot anything. Might re-peek here as well. Ram's good. Swing, not good enough. One Flatro finds one, but MSL will answer back.
All right, a little bit interesting. Oh, yeah. Creeping out. Oh, he loses his fight. Will get traded. It's over towards B, though, for the main brunt of the attack. Again, nobody finding multi-frags. There's our first untraded. DGL, quick rotation around. Gonna flash off towards A. Ooh, and thinks he's got him in the palm of his hand as he fakes it out, but no, he's wrong. Bomb is going to go down, and with that, I think he will take the save too far away to get anything done. Guild Eagles on the board.
Yeah, I think you've got to just save there. Unfortunately, I don't really think you can do sort of anything else in this situation. I mean, giving it a go would be a nice idea, but retaking of an orb, it's never going to happen, is it? Maybe an exit could be a bit of a positive. I think primarily, when you look at kind of this sort of round at the tail end for DGL, priority is keeping hold of the orb. They have money, but trying to make sure that Poya probably has something to be dropped over to him. Might be given a fight, maybe here. Senri looking in, and yeah, you get picked off. Only the one staying alive for Guild, but most importantly, I guess you can say, is just the fact that Guild are going to tie this game up once again. Absolutely getting a series there. You know, map number 1 went the full distance in regulation, and this one has kind of got the same written all over it. These two sides, in kind of an overall perspective, pretty inseparable. We just know that traditionally what we've seen so far from both Mirage and, of course, the first half of Ancient has been very kind of snowballing in terms of the performances. And obviously going to play out the that Molotov. Breaking the smoke, but it's MP9 up close of Poya for the first. Such an important kill.
Big on, boosted up. Poya, not ready for it, but he pulls off that idea of going around the corner. Aaron, he looks set to be the first line of defense over here. However, it's Poya. Oh, that meets the ferocity of the Guild Eagles. Aaron, a difficult spray down for him. Definitely not over just yet. MSN could get in here. He's not around super fast is the key thing, though, now, right? There is a kit somewhere around, you know, but he doesn't have a lot of time to play with. Isolating these fights will be tough. Scenario is awfully low. Does go down easily enough there. Smoke and a nade picked up. What's he going to do with those? Oh, GXX shows himself. Lands the shot, but it's not enough. Smoke, nade, and a 10-second hold. I mean, that would be crazy, wouldn't it? GXX makes his presence known, and MSN has to get off the bomb because he's so unhealthy. There goes 10 seconds. Nothing that can be done. Oh, they both run out of ammo, and MSN will find the kill, but Guild don't care. They're up to 9.
And he dies as well. Can't even stay alive. So Guild, important. Find a 9th. Stay alive by the skin of their teeth, but also most importantly, break that economy of Pera. No funds in the back pockets, of course. Maybe that for Pera. This round's a bit of a throwaway. Guild should get up to double digits first. Well, too much of a pressure. But they're going to have a little bit of conversation before we get to that point. Devil Walk, join the fray. See what he can do to, I guess, just alleviate a lot of the pressure on the shoulders of Guild. When you look at how this game has panned out over the bulk of the last few rounds, we've seen Pera win 3 of them, where Guild have taken 9 out of the last 12 rounds. So all of kind of the headwind and the momentum, it's all in the favor of Guild right now. And I think the big thing is just making sure that they keep that in their favor. Don't allow Pera any sort of an opportunity back in towards this game, or any sort of an inkling that they maybe can close this in 2. Nubis is where Guild have got their eyes set, but I think when this game's as close as this, they've got to take a round at a time. And that's probably what Devil Walk's doing. We already know that Guild Eagles are a very emotional side. Just calm them down. Make sure they play their game. Doing everything right so far. Don't slip up. We know they've had those struggles in the past. Ollie comes around the corner. Stanley can take a lot of control here. Nobody ready to meet him. Just take a dink, however. Thankfully has the support. It's a massacre through excavation. No kills the other way of the Pera side here. They might not expect Aaron, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference.
Yeah, just as he was expecting them, you know, to come barreling on in, not checking their angles all that cleanly, they sort of pull off for a second. GXX will reapproach and get his eco ace. Guild Eagles up to double digits. Pera were hot on the heels for a second, but Guild might just have found the groove here. Still so very close. Economy not quite built up for Guild. It's getting tight. It's getting tight, man. This is a big, big round here. I think if Guild are able to take this, especially if they take it, you know, cleanly, not losing too many players themselves, then potentially we start to think about a third, but Pera is still in the conversation. This
game, though, very good if you're a Guild Eagles fan. They are feeling like they're in control. In the corner. Aaron met with one of his own as well. Might be in a bit of trouble here. Catches Teneri. Asleep at the wheel, it seems. Naded hand. Teneri falls. The opening double go the way of the CT side. Maybe there's a game to be had here, but Synopsy's making other conversations.
MSN onto the USP. Not really the ideal weapon for him, but lands a clean headshot. Just stay cool. Taking the fights. Camion closes the gap. Synopsy is low. MSN's going to do it all. 4-piece for him. 2 on the USP. Alrighty then.
What were you saying about the pistol?
Coming alive when it matters most. Yeah, he's crazy.
Pera. Very important 9th. Just keeping their story alive as well. The rounds have been pretty inconsistent for them for a while since the start of this game, but bit by bit clinging on. Oh, the skin of their teeth staying in this game. Making sure the Guild Eagles can't run away with this T side. That is the important thing. Big round as well. Big opportunity. Big swing potential here. Whoever takes this, this feels like probably the most important round we've played so far. This map, maybe in the series. Winning this feels like you get the map as well. If Guild take it, they're so close to the finish line. If Pera take it, all the momentum flips on towards their side as well. This is such a crucial swing round in round number 20. I think Guild understand that, hence why they've slowed it down. Rigon's taking early damage. They don't want to lose that man advantage too early.
Quiet round, all things considered here. Camion on the crack spot. Just jiggling for info. MSN. Whoa, risky. It's a timing peak, this one, man. Like, one moment there's no one there. The next, there's a guy ready and waiting. So you got to be careful. And MSN is left low, as you can see. Oh, a bit of miscomm as well. MSN maybe not saying that he's dropped the angle. Poya gets caught completely out in the open. They get mowed down on B. A big response from Guild.
For now, Pera, keep those 2 rifles alive. Such an important round that Guild are taking it, but not only taking it flawlessly too. I mean, maybe Camion gets a consolation or 2 on the tail end, but if he doesn't save either, then they're in a lot of trouble. And Synopsy's got the right idea. I don't know. I'm assuming he probably will. DGL's going to find one. Synopsy surely checks this as well. He does. He will fall. Smoke going to come down as well. Aptly timed here as well. When Flaxo, I think he was tempted to do something behind it. In the end, that will be that. Only Camion stays alive. He does get an AK at the end as well. So a silver lining to be had, but so important that Guild are taking that. They're now 2 rounds ahead, 2 rounds away from pushing us towards a map number 3 decider. They're going to call a timeout as well before going into, once again, a similar story that we said in the last timeout. Just calm everybody down. If you're Devil Walk, everything's going to plan right now. They're playing good Counter-Strike. Just make sure they don't let it slip. We've seen already, even towards yesterday's semi-final, a couple of times where things were not great. I mean, against alternate attacks as well. 12-8 up they were on Mirage, and then on Overpass, may I say, and that one slipped out, and they ended up losing it in OT. Don't want to repeat. They've been in this position where they've got to lead. They're so close to the finish line, but they let it slip in OT. That's the last thing this Guild Eagles side want. At the moment, I think they're feeling fine. It's going to be a low buy around the AK. It's one AK to work with for Camion, and everyone else is going to go for considerably lesser investments. Camion's got to do a masterful job here towards this round without any sort of chance.
Oof. MSN tapping away. Does get some decent information for Camion and the AK to consider. But I think Guild are a little skeptical, you know. They find that first frag. They don't want to go moving into what could be a stack or indeed the AK. So Rigon's going to go digging by himself. And, well, there it is. You know, he goes down. B-bomb site has cleared up. So it's probably just going to be a double save of the guns here. Round itself, surely not for Pera. Guild, therefore, will move up to 12. And as said, that sort of all-important swing round. Guild were able to take it and netting themselves a solid lead now. Feels like we're in for a third.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. Good position to be in. Quiet end here as well. Snopsy feels like he's got an idea here. Snopsy cleared left, but died into the last round. This time. No. Neither Senori nor Snopsy clear properly. Camion dance with the devil a little bit. Aaron tickling the flames as well. I think both of them will be okay to survive here. Maybe not Camion. Oh, the CT guy was wrapping up against it. GXX Shadow spotted. And Camion panicked at the Shadow. I'm going to drop him. Map point for Guild on their opponent's map pick. 13-9 is what Pera beat Guild on in the best of ones. Guild look like they're about to flip the script here. Do the exact same, but in reverse. Can Pera do anything to change that? DGL back in towards that AWP. Now AWP in play for GXX to the side, but he's doing absolutely fine with the rifles. Camion met with an 8 down mid. Snopsy is too.
MSN just spamming away. He was actually pretty close to some damage there. Aaron got to be careful here. Juan Flatro is looking to get cheeky. Who is up there? You know? that spam's a little weird. I don't know if he's thinking about some kind of... Who is up there, my guy? You know? Like, who is... He's thinking about a boost. I don't know. Maybe it makes some kind of weird noise or something, but he gets a frag off of his crazy spams. Eventually, a peek comes his way, and he does get a clean frag. DGL joining him on the scoreboard. 5 versus 3 very quickly.
Well, at the very least. Those considerably quiet. GXX will pounce. Aptly timed as well. Onto a very important person, that of Aaron. Crucial in Mirage. It's been quite crucial in Ancient. Synopsy slipped the net as well. Bombs rotating over towards A. And Synopsy's getting a lot of free real estate here. They might not expect him this close. I don't think Camion will. Oh, it doesn't matter though. Camion gets 2, and he's given the opportunity to reload as well. DGL at range spots him off, and Pera survive a scare. They stay alive in the map. Still have an opportunity, but they are playing for OT. So damn well played by Camion there. Getting 2 fights isolated. And the question, of course, when you look at Guild, I mean, in terms of full buy here or next, they're going to go for now or never. Pera win this round specifically. Deny a bomb plant. Guild aren't going to have a lot of money in towards round number 24, the final in regulation. Gives the opportunity at OT. Great nades to start at 2.
Oh, I'm worried about this, man. A straight up kind of B hit by the looks of things. Another nade. Doesn't take as big of a chunk, but just going to continue softening up T side. Oh, and they were ready for the boost as well. GXX on the AWP gets taken down. I think he actually landed his shot, but MSN survives it. Camion in a great spot here. Getting the timing, checking his angles. Are they coming towards him? Unsure. They have crossed him, in fact. Aaron, meanwhile, on this jiggle peak. But like I say, Camion, it could be massive if he gets the timing right. He's just been hiding his time for so long. Double, nearly the triple, but it may as well be. 2 remain, and they're both 1 bullet. Down goes the first. Rigon all alone. Desperate for some frags, but nothing going to come his way. Pera have found the second win right when they need it most.
My, oh my. OT, a possibility. On the cards, at least in some regard, but I think for Guild, they can be kicking themselves. We already said, yes, they get ultimate attacks. 12-8 up, let it slip, went to OT, lost it on OT. I'm already getting flashbacks of that here. Just pistols to work with. Tech 9 to try and stay alive. Camion under pressure, running away to save his life, but Synopsy around the corner. Running and gun and taken to his truest form.
Okay, this is a little wild now, isn't it? And we've had a lull in the action for just a moment, but as the bomb goes down, it will pick back up. DGL, big frag. Gives them an opportunity to get in here and just, you know, keeping all these players locked in on the site. Gets himself a massive couple of rounds for DGL here. Very important frags. 3 remain, now just 2. DGL is not missing. Surely has to go down eventually. GXX is in behind. He's got 1 locked in. He probably needs a bit more than that, unfortunately. We'll see. Tech 9 is not going to be able to do enough. Canary to try and stop it. A beautiful frag through the smoke, but it isn't going to stop them. 12-12. Overtime here on Ancient. Pera bringing it back.
Honestly, such a deserved OT as well. Those last few rounds really well played. And even in that one specifically, when Guild step up the tempo considerably, so quickly in towards mid, Camion gets caught, you're thinking, this is where Guild can do their best work. But no. And again, like we said, flashbacks that semi-final yesterday, Guild, the inability to close out the map when it's under their control. Pera, confidence got to be feeling very high over in that CT side camp. That's what they'll start as well, heading in towards OT. So a real nice position for them to be in. I think it goes without saying. You've got Guild who have let this one slip in probably that sort of fashion. Their mental might start to get affected ever so slightly. DGL really well played that last round as well. Of course, only against the pistols, but the kills he gets are so impactful for giving him that space back in towards the site for a retake. Man, so well done. Unfortunately, as we head in towards OT, we're met with a pretty quick tech pause. Hopefully it gets eliminated ASAP, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously want to make sure that everything is all good. We've just had word through that it shouldn't be too much longer, so that is nice. But yeah, it happens. And look, man, it's been a long series. You know, there are tech pauses, and sometimes there are more human tech pauses, let's say, when you do need to get away for a moment. You've not had chance in between the maps. But either way, I think we should be back in the Counter-Strike pretty quickly here, folks.
Yeah, I think we've been given the update. It should be actually only pretty quick, like 30 seconds or so. Thankfully, we can get things back on the way in just a moment. I think most people seem to be kind of moving in some regard. I'm assuming, we always assume, and it's never always correct, so don't take our word as gospel. That's over on that CT side, as they were late to the bite. But now they start to invest, and now the tech pause has been called off. So, overtime about to begin here. Pera have brought it back miraculously. And now looking to see what they can do towards OT. Confidence feeling good for them. Momentum arguably in their favor. Can they now utilize it? Heading in towards this overtime here for Guild. Just got to forget these last few rounds that have slipped away from them.
All right, let's see. MSN going to be taken down a little low. Not the worst. A scary kind of move here for both teams, in all honesty. Pressure down ramp. Oh, a missed shot, but MSN is there to bail them out. Hoya, meanwhile, in towards middle, has to be very careful. Just gathering the info. Wow, they're going to go through. Another missed shot from DGL, but Aaron, this man's Sherpa right now, just keeping him alive. 4 versus 3. Where did Guild go? They get a bit of mid-control. Can't really do too much with it. Camion, meanwhile, is close to the action on A. Ready for this hit to come in. Molotov. Just going to move back. Here's a lot of presence in the cube area. Hidden away. Lovely little angle. Taking another name. Eventually dealt with. But a man advantage as the bomb goes down. DGL here quite quick with the AWP to try and find another. Nothing presenting. It's information at the very least. GXX goes down and DGL not expected so fast. Pera will find the first in overtime.
Yeah, nice done. DGL technically actually could have even denied the bomb plant there as well. I don't think he realized how much free real estate he was going to be given and coming out through Temple just because they didn't expect him on timing to be there so quickly. But in the end, it doesn't really matter. Wins the round. Nice shot with the final bullet in the mag as well. So credit to him. 13-12. That first on the board in Tours of OT really allows you to breathe a kind of a nice sigh of relief, has to be said. Oh, guys, though, when you're in OT, let's refrain from knifing each other in the back. DJ are going to take a tag there. I guess it doesn't really make too much of a difference overall, but see whether it has any long-term effects. Thankfully, he is the AWPer. Ildo struggling. They've been really tested at A site, but unsuccessful in the post plant, it seems. Oh, nice pick.
Oh, lovely from GXX, man. He's been a little quiet in the final few rounds of regulation. So good to see him maybe get back into things here. MSN. Oh my, gotta be careful. Here's the boost up. Spots him, was maybe looking for a bit more. Flash comes round, and that nets him a double kill. He will eventually, well, very quickly fall, in fact. Camion at middle is the big kill. What do we do now if we're Pera? They're panic rotating towards A. It's kind of the incorrect call. The bomb's still pretty confident on B. Yes? Yes. Okay. Rotations will be back round, but they're smoked off now. You know what I mean? It's a 2v3 with a lack of positional advantage here. Not liking the way it looks.
Dave for the smoke to break it. Bomb gonna go down. Swing in the corner. Aaron gets a trade, but he himself will fall. So Guild leveling the playing field, 13 apiece. Fan around here in the first half of OT. Whoever takes that advantage, just going to be feeling ever so slightly more comfortable as the sides flip. But for Pera, it's unfortunate. I think, you know, DJ, when he gets picked off early there by GXX, it just gives Guild Eagles a little bit of that space to work with coming out on towards kind of doors and brackets and the rest. With the top right there, filling up in their favour.
We'll see here. Moving their way forwards. Camion trying his best to hold the line at this point. 5 versus 4. Oh, Camion, though, only good for the one. That's not quite going to be enough, unfortunately. But we'll see here. A slow upswing, I feel, from the side of Guild. They've got that advantage. They've got plenty of space to work with.
DGL. Holden. Nothing offering up, though. All going to go a little quiet as GXX finds MSN. Feels like he might look the round in his favor. Unless Aaron pulls off something incredible here. He is the last bastion towards B. There's one. Nearly second as well. Finds that second. Oh, how low GXX is? We've got a conversation to be had here.
Yeah, it's possible. 35 seconds left on the clock bomb as yet to make its way in. A lot of utility, but not enough to really deal with DGL. There goes the healthy player. Oh, and the Molotov. Maybe. GXX low. Caught out in the open, and DGL with a big 1v2 to give Pera the lead as they flip over the half. What a run of rounds this guy is having, man. The impact step up. Tail end of regulation. Big round. Kept on fragging on like 3 HP, I think, to find 4 in total on a retake. Really crazy stuff, and a big 1v2 there, of course. So, Pera with the lead. I don't know which way this one's going to swing now.
That's seriously well done, though. I mean, all that credit has to be given there. My God. What a round coming out from DGL. I mean, got to be said, Aaron playing through ramp there has done so well. Get one. Dink on towards the second. I mean, he made a real conversation. And then DGL mops up. He's been so reliable time upon time in those clutch situations. You know, overall, not exactly running away in the fragging department, but in those last-minute moments when they need someone to step up, that's where he finds the form, but he will die to the flames. He got dinked to the smoke as well. So off the highs of the highs, the lows of the lows of dying without even seeing a man.
Ooh, Scenario also, I think, falling to a similar-ish fate in the end. He obviously won his fight, but yeah, dying through a smoke or dying to someone you can't see is not very nice. So we'll see here. 4v4. Pera not been on the attacking side for a long time, so what do they do in a situation like this one? Tough to work it out, I would say. Plenty of time to do so, though.
Cammy on. Just playing up towards Shelf here. Oh, checked in towards left, but Juan Flacho has posted right, so I don't get the numbers in favor of Guild. Poya needs to avoid that AWP. He makes his way over towards Shelf. I was going to say, he might be in trouble. He might get timing here. MSN, gonna find one. Swings in for a second. Juan Flacho will trade. Keeping the dream alive here. Mr. Juan, he's looking for more, and he'll get it. Juan Flacho single-handedly shutting down Pera in this round. Guild on track to tie it up once again. Juan Flacho, he's hungry for more. Will he get it? The answer is yes, of course he does. Well played, Juan Flacho. 4 kills to his name and a 14th on the board for Guild. So we go again. Questions now, of course, arise. Who will close to 16 to 14? Or do we go towards another OT?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's 2 in a row required from either team, which is something that, you know, has eluded them in the overtime. So would be interesting to see if that becomes the case here again. Early utility doing some decent damage onto the Pera boys, keeping them at bay as well. No chance at middle thus far.
Well, it's to be said, this game feels like it can swing either way. Running towards as well the penultimate round of OT. It does go markedly quiet. Really see it for Pera. I think they've learned their lesson from stepping on that tempo, just being caught off guard. In terms of these kind of raw 50-50s, maybe you give Guild the edge there. He's showing why. DJ will sneak his way forward here. Smoke going to get broken. DJ going to find one, but he gets traded by GXX. Nicely done.
Rigon's taking a lot of damage. Oh, the nade. Yep, gets it done. Took a while to get there. Molotov's a little bit messy. Scenari, meanwhile, going kind of crazy. They're not expecting him here at all. Nearly gets 2 very big kills there. GXX in on the AWP, creeping around. He has maybe been spotted there on the minimap. For sure. Just before the smoke blooms. We'll find a big frag on Juan Flacho. That's definitely going to be the round over. GXX, you know, you don't really save in the overtimes, but grab an AWP, get out of there. I don't know, it's not a bad option. He's not crept in as well as he thought he did. Poya takes his head clean off. Second overtime secured and victory looming now for Pera. Pro League spots on the line.
My God. Pera 1 round away. Making their way to ESL Pro League Season 19. I don't think many people would have said that coming in towards this tournament, but my God, we all believe it now. The way they are playing. So damn deserved it. Utah coming through in towards mid. Not actually taking too much early control here, the T side. They're actually going to maybe reluctantly give it up towards Guild Eagles. Elbow smoke that comes through. Juan Flacho actually going to take excavation here as well. The spam is good as it catches MSM. But Senri takes some significant tags himself.
Yeah, just the old tip for tap. MSN creeping out towards mid. Maybe that is an area within which Pera will look to find control. I think with this utility and the bodies that they have around, it is going to be the case. No, not quite yet. Anyway, there's no one there. No one there for Guild. They've got 4 on B.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. Maybe it was just for utility. GXX gets a smoke down. An aggressive push from Rigon goes south. They will stick with the 4 on B. But now, of course, 1 in the bin. So difficult read at the moment for Guild. Scenari holds for 1. Whoa, Molotov's a little awkward, but they will trade him out. Solid advantage here moving into the B-bomb side itself. Juan Flatro catches a lagging DGL. And maybe we are back on. Aaron's very, very low. Bomb has yet to be planted. Aaron goes down on a swing as Juan was ready for the fight. The AWP misses the shot, but Synopsy saves the day. It's all on to Camion to close it out here and now. First comes his way. He's low on ammo. Don't fancy his chances, and neither does Juan. 15-15, another overtime required.
Yeah, and deserved as well. Actually, really well played again from Juan Flatro. Continuing to be such a menace, man. Time and time again. Just when you think, for a mere moment, that Guild are out of this, Juan Flatro claws this team back into the game. 31 kills he finds himself on at the moment. And I think it's sort of, necessary. You've got Synopsy is arguably one of the most important players on Tours Guild who's just seriously struggling. We're 30 rounds played now and still in single-digit kills. It's tough, especially for someone who's meant to be one of the more impactful fraggers on this team. My God, it has been a stalwart performance from Juan Flatcher. I mean, GXX has had his moments as well with that AWP, especially because DGL keeps stepping up in the clutches. Having someone like GXX than I am having that consistently, it's big. But all that matters now. And into another overtime. We go again. 15 all this time. Guild Eagles will start on that CT side. Arguably the advantage as well on this map. Coming in towards this, I wouldn't say momentum's kind of swinging either way. It still feels so even off the back of that OT. At least coming in towards overtime, you can make that argument that because Pera clawed it back in their favor 3-4 rounds in a row at the end, that they had the kind of the headwind. I don't think either team has at the moment. Inseparable, I think, is the word to describe them. We do have attack pause, unfortunately. I'm assuming on the side of Guild, there's nobody has ball.
Yeah, you would indeed think so. Again, taking a bit of time. Sounds like we're all good, though. The ticks coming in. One day, we'll be able to remove that tick sound. You can get rid of everything else. The chat, the HUD itself. But for some reason, the tick sound of the chat, you just can't get rid of. So, certainly curious. Usually I think where it is at the minute, you don't notice it on the higher end stream because they play like that cool background music.
Yeah.
And it's enough to cover it. But when we're being chilling down here in the qualifiers from time to time, you get the little tick noise. Mm-hmm. All right. Juan Flatro. First line of defense, going to get Molotoved off. It's a really nice molly, actually, because, they have been playing quite aggressive in that Jag area.
Jesus.
And you can see, man, like, he just flashes himself in at the tail end of the Molotov for about 40 free damage. All in vain, nothing comes in. Synopsy also going to get taken low.
A lot of damage dealt earlier. Guild Eagle's going to be slightly reeling. The Flash misses. My God, actually flashes his teammate. And Aaron's going to fall. You're sleeping a little bit there. Open out. Oh, DGL so quick. Looks for more, but this shot, Senary doesn't get punished. But pour your will.
It's a nice position for Camion. Not sure what they'll be able to do with it from here, though, is the problem. Time going to tell on this one now. A slow move from Pera, 25 seconds. 2 players to get through on A in total. GXX, though, he goes digging. He will lose his life. Rigon misses the shot. Gap closed, bomb plant. Looks pretty good here. 3 versus 3. A quick swap of the AWP and a very quick move from Rigon to try and get some control back on that A-bomb site. Oh, God, it's a little bit of a mess. They're trading nades and all this sort of stuff, making a lot of noise as they move around. Camion finds the first, stares into the smoke, knows it's not a flash, staying cool, and they will absolutely ruin that retake.
Putting them back in their place there. Pera kick starting at OT, or second OT, maybe say, very well. So necessary as well. You've got to get that early start just to... We want to get kind of alleviate a lot of the pressures here. We look at the Pera side now. If they can keep replicating those post plants, that's where we're going to look at them in a real confident outlet. All part in play once again, both ways. DGL starting to catch as well. That of GXX has been maybe having the slight pick at range between the two of them. You see a little bit more out of Poya. He's meant to be one of the more important players on this Pera team. A little bit more out of him, and a conversation to be had once again. But credit to MSN, Cameo, and Aaron all being in a big way stepping up alongside their AWP. Big control taken here. Poya leading the charge. Surely doesn't fly through the smoke here.
I mean, stranger things have happened, my dude. But no, it looks like we are going to be tame. Yeah, it really has, hasn't it? Slowed down. A lot of the energy has been sucked out of this game. There's still the odd wide swing here or there, but for the most part, it's really, really, really tepid now. A minute gone. You've got one player out towards mid, but they're waiting, you know? They're not getting as aggressive as they once were. DGL still finds the frag. I thought MSN crossing over his screen there threw away the only opportunity to find the arm there. Not going to be the case. Poya creeping out. Good for 1 and 2. Probably won't be ready for this third. Oh, but GXX, he misses the shot. And again, everybody else has fallen, so I don't think it makes too much of a difference. He will eventually land it. His survival now under question.
Shadow spotted.
And an easy frag for DGL. Beautiful finish.
Yeah, well done. Well done for Poya. I said, if Poya can come alive, there's much more of a conversation to be had here. And he picks his moment perfectly. Coming through Red Room, just waiting outside of those steps. That second kill is sumptuous too. Catching the head. Nice little one tap. And does a real chunk of damage on towards the AWP. Even if GXX was to find a kill there on that long player, he's so low, there's no chance of a retake. 17 to 15, the 2-round buffer. It's rare that we see one of these in OT. Nade comes through. Very limited damage, however. So Guild Eagles actually more or less get mid here for free. And now you've got a question about what the Pera do to reclaim some space, or do they use the fact that their opponents have got mid control to pounce somewhere else, maybe slightly undermanned. Speaking of undermanned, no one's even remotely towards A.
Yeah, interesting. Guild getting maybe a little desperate, you think, towards the tail end of this? Trying something new, for sure, right? They're just trying to bring the freshness and hope that that's enough to net them at least one round on the CT side. However, Pera liking their chances on A. A lot of aggression at middle scares them away from that B area, right? You can really rotate up quick. You can flank off quick, but I don't think they'll be expecting 3 to come from elbow, man. They were just a bit faster. They could catch the bomb. It still is there. No, he doesn't lag around the corner, so...
Hang on. Aaron's
not
not moving.
But it still looks massive, doesn't it? Molotov in the way. I'm not sure where that's come from, to be honest. Camion goes down. The bomb just makes it round the corner. But this is such a hard flank to deal with now. They just have to wait patiently. Bomb bailing as they hear all the footsteps. Weird mid-round calls here from Pera. MSN, meanwhile, deep in towards B. Can't stay alive. Poya alone. The flank worked. You know, we don't see it find like a triple spray down, but it's enough.
No!
Oh!
There's
In
no time.
theory, only 10 seconds. He can't go B. He has to go A, and he has to just get the bomb out and hope for the plant. Surely Synopsy stops him here. We'll get the bomb plant in. Synopsy playing a bit nervous. Oh, there's just not enough time. Okay, masterfully calculated. I thought it looked like it said 4 on my screen, but maybe not on the server. Either way, quarter of a second in it, if that. Guild Eagles find number 16.
My God, that was so close. Maybe even a world in which maybe the jump sold him. Because he's not like he bunny hopped, right? So maybe even something as small as that. But, I mean, doesn't matter in the end. I think Synopsy probably, if there was a little bit more time, I think he obviously must have planned that to perfection because he was thinking about peeking and pulled off. I think if there was time, he probably would have swung on it. Nonetheless, it is going to be Pera with a slight lead heading in towards the CT side. 17 to 16. Slight is the operative word. It's only that one round, and it isn't all that pretty. Guild Eagles, T side, traditionally, where they do a lot of their best work. where Guild Eagles are one of the scarier sides that we have within kind of this sort of scene, this tier. I don't know all too well about this. Big control taken well here by Pera. Gonna fight for it from the onset. It's a knob, see. Looked like he was tempted to go through elbow there. Gonna double back and opt against it. Bomb not committed either way either. Left in spawn. Guild is gonna poke and prod. Test the water. See where they can find some gaps in this Pera armor. Oh, spam's close. Aaron does get a slight tag, but nothing too substantial. Oh, timing's awful there.
Yeah. Really nice from Juan. So a good start for Guild. It would be very, very nice for them to even things up. As soon as the half flips over, two-man setup here in the cave. They're just really after a frag, and you can see the tiniest little things. Aaron going for the crouch jump because it is silent. You know, there is a bit of noise made by a regular jump, even if you do land on something. Nice find from Aaron. Juan will now move in for the trade, and, well, Aaron gets the double kill. That's a really big deal that he doesn't get traded out. DGL finding a kill from Cube on towards Guardian. Aaron stays in for another. Don't even need MSN, mate. You know what I mean? He's overkill. Rigon all alone. He will go overlooked here, or not? Camion? He's teasing us a little bit. Still finds the kill, however, draws him in. 18-16, big recovery there from Pera, and of course now 2 map points to work with.
And no tack pauses either for Guild. Pretty sure they've used all 3 now, so it's going to leave them having to go straight into the action. They can't bring Devil Walk into the conversation either. This is really scary times. The #1 seeded team in this tournament, the favourites to go towards Pro League, might be about to slip from their grasp. Pera, what a stunner of a showing we've seen from them. Despite Juan Flatro's heroics, Aaron is putting up some of his own too. That round in particular, 3 kills to his name. Expertly done. Flash is great though. Aaron, oh, he doesn't pull the trigger. That's so well done, but he nearly gets caught.
Whoa. Oh yeah, big frag. Really big frag, in fact. Going to set the tone. Yeah. Recovery required. MSN does go down. Aaron, oh, maybe quick to join him. Yep. It's going to be DGL in on the site. Has to find this kill on Cave. Can't. Goes down. Okay, Guild looking set to stay alive then. The opening frag was indeed clean. The follow-up from Juan Flatro is almost perfect. 37 kills, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, 38, mate. He is a man possessed. My God.
What a monster.
Just when you think as well that Guild Eagles are going to let this slip, just when you think it's about to fall, in every single instance, whether it's regulation, OT half 1, 2, or into OT number 2 as well, every single time Juan Flatro keeps this team ticking. Looking towards 40 kills now. The final round. And the question comes again. OT3. Pera going to close this out 19-17. Only time will tell. DGL ticking in the flames. Going to fall away. Drops a Molotov of his own to keep them at bay. But he's met with a grenade, which he just about avoids.
DGL. Trying to find the opening frag. Had such great impact towards the tail end of regulation into the first overtime as well. Maybe not being needed as much, but then we've not seen much out from the CT side of Pera. MSN playing with fire in there, dog. He's definitely been heard, and Juan Flatro finishes him off. Is it necessarily needed? Same from Rigon, to be fair. 4 versus 4 with 55 seconds left on the clock.
It's a little dicey at the moment. I mean, Aaron's taking damage. So's Juan Flatro. Puts him in that 1 bullet headshot territory. 45 seconds on the clock, and it goes eerily quiet here in the server. Potentially the final round. Potentially the Pro League spot. It's an opsy. Hang on a second. Maybe Alan towards the site. He's going to get a kill here. That might bait over and over rotation. Camion does come over. Nothing spotted, and Aaron now left alone. Will the B site gonna swing, and he fluffs his line to Senery. Now they should get the B site more or less for free, but DGL, other ideas, maybe another clutch from the AWPer. And Flush has got other ideas. There's 40 kills.
Such a wild push in from Juan. He does go down. GXX with the trade. Another overtime required to decide this one here on Ancient. Pera just can't put it to bed. Guild not giving up.
My God, what a game we're being treated to right now. Just when you think Pera are about to close it, just when you think they've got an opportunity, time and time again, this one is staying alive. And it's got to be said, I mean, so many times now for Pera, they've let it slip, and this is actually becoming quite concerning. Guild, just do not die. Staying alive, like we said, by the skin of their teeth every single moment. I do question maybe as well on the other side, when we look at this Guild roster, a lot of this is coming off the back of Juan Flacho. 40 kills he finds himself on at the moment. Can he keep up that level is the question. Traditionally, you'd say yes, but it is still a big ask.
An absolute slog here on Ancient for sure. Big damage with the early spam through the smokes. DGL waiting for the boost. I don't know that it's necessarily going to come. Guild are more passive in this round for sure.
So, right again. An early round here, Guild. Not making too much noise to start this one off. Aaron, two on hand. Whew, spots Juan Flacho. Gonna fall away from that. He's met with a bit of a tag on the knee, but at the end of the world. Molotov, however, will force MSN to join him here in Cave. And this becomes eerily uncomfortable, and DJ's so lucky to still be alive.
Oh, big shot onto Poya from Synopsy. Cammy on a well-timed smoke, however. Oh, they're going to go through it. A terrible idea, as Camion had read that like a book. So much damage done. Can't quite net the final two frags, but
That's the bomb.
has surely done enough. Yeah, wow, okay, that bomb's gone about 2 meters forwards. Kind of ridiculous. Juan Flatro not long for the world. As Pera once again will find the first into the follow-up overtime. But getting them over the line is where they struggle.
Yeah, I mean, you got to continue sort of taking these openers with a grain of salt, in the sense that we've seen Pera do it twice now and let him slip. If they can get 2 rounds on the CT side, their T side was so clean that maybe that might be the argument to be made that it's a world. My God, what a map we're being treated to. This map is, feels like a series in itself of how well it's being played. Camion spamming the smoke. Hoyer in support as well. Also an AWPer through mid too. So a lot of heavy presence on mid early here. He goes deep. Senery takes a tag. Aaron going to come and reclaim some space through excavation. Does have the support as well of MSN. They forced them away here from double doors. A lot of early util. And look at this long rotate that now Guild are going to go for. I mean, God, they got plenty of time, but uses a lot of map control.
Very quiet here in the mid-round as Guild Eagles will slowly contact this A-bomb site. Weakly defended. Whoa, big one from Rigon. Might stay weakly defended. DGL slowly backing away. Utility coming around. Orb going to get smoked off. However, Poya is buying space for him to go through it. Oh, tag lands and the smoke goes down. That's a little awkward to deal with. 3 versus 2 ensuing. Camion pretty close. You can't deny the bomb plant. Flash going to come around. It's not really looking too good here for Pera, to be honest. But, of course, fly in. You never know what might happen. They might line up in the smoke. Oh, stop shooting. However, similar HPs here. Exactly the same, in fact. MSN jumping up on top of default, trying to change up the angle. As yet to tap the bomb. Planted in a pretty good spot for Rigon. He's going to come moving in. MSN with the hold, gets off it, but just can't line his crosshair up, and Guild immediately even up the scoreline.
My God, that was uncomfortable. I mean, the big thing is that Rigon there, when he's playing out through Donut, he can see the cables of the defuse kit, so knew he could swing and have the advantage. And I mean, MSN, good attempts. If he had a smoke, my God, that round's probably absolutely on for them. Not to be 19 all, and they still remain inseparable. Treated to a wonderful ancient display here. Inside, but tempted with some aggression through elbow, but opt against it. Going to double back with a bomb in tow. Going to draw up towards B Ram. Nice and early here. Aaron playing a lot more aggro than he traditionally does. Flash on the corner, spots nothing. One of his own as well. Again, nothing there, but I'm sure he's got a pretty decent inkling that someone's close. He can't hit the shot. Rig to punish him. A shot.
Nice shot from DGL. Any more? Oh, yes! He drops the bomb with that one as well. Camion finding the frag onto Rigon.
No.
DGL with the quick scope. These rounds are getting mental. A lead for Pera as they flip over to the attacking side.
What is DGL doing, man? How does he continue to hit shots like that? Absolutely bonkers. That second shot is gorgeous as well. Catching the guy jumping across over towards Ram. And even the quick scope through the cave player. Fair play. You said, you know, in a lot of these clutch moments when they need someone to step up, DGL continues to do it. Now he's putting away in the fragging department too. 33 to his name, 36 for Camion, but no one really catching up to Juan Flacho just yet. 42 and 28, still sitting above the 100 ADR range. The only one, actually, at the moment, too. Vantage Pera. 20 to 19. Rigon taking a hell of a lot of damage there. MSN going to swing out in front of the Molotov. Joining up through Shelf. Mid control's really good here for Pera. This is something that Guild didn't do a hell of a lot on their T side.
Ooh. A little awkward, but no kills as yet. Pera playing real fast. They've got up towards mid quite early on. DGL on the contact. GXX around the corner here. Who's going to win out on this fight? GXX, yeah, that's that every day of the week, man. Such a hard angle to peek into. They get the control of Red Room, but they're not going to go charging in just yet. Only on, crack angle, wins out the fight. 4 versus 4 now. And a bit more of a confused CT side.
Aaron holding. Only thing in that position, your shadow can betray you. For anybody peeking out through an area like Long, for example. Camio's still holding for flanks here. And he might be given an opportunity. The only issue is he's got the bomb. Oh, it doesn't matter though. He's going to find the kill. Surely now they go A. The shot, Aaron will punish. That's got to be the round.
They're going to try for it. Aaron, however, 2 HP. Oh, finds the first low on ammo, but he knows where Juan is. Juan's only 30. Yeah, no, just trying to distract him away here and keep him away from the bomb site, ultimately. Okay. Aaron didn't even manage to get a reload and all that. But with no kit... Oh, I was going to say no kit available, for goodness sake. He picks one up. He's just maybe looking for the stats. Surely they do not drop this. It would be absolutely wild. Bomb halfway ticked. They know where he's coming from. And it's planted for them. You know what I mean? Like, there's absolutely no way they drop this. Camion with the swing. Finds the frag, but yeah, he was an absolute goner there. 21. 2 rounds once again for Pera to secure their spot in Pro League. They couldn't do it last time. We made it to a third overtime. Now looking to do it once again.
Yeah, exactly. 2 chances at it. They've let it slip before, but that was on the CT side. We said, put up a good CT side in towards this OT, and then there's a convo to be had. Well, their T side being enough. That's maybe where it could be. This time Pera opt against fighting mid, and that's the right call. He'll put a lot of presence coming through the mid control, and actually works in their favor. Spam gonna come through. Aaron gets tagged with a smoke there on Shelf. Thankfully, he doesn't fall for it. DGL's open and look in. Spotted one, but his teammates are in his way. Couldn't really take a shot there. Might have clipped his teammates out on the way through. Damage. And a kill for Senary. Make it 2. Make it 3 for Senary. One Flacho coming on clean-up duty. MSN will get one. It's a scrappy 5-7 fight here. And it'll be seen off. But that round is all akin to Senary. Are Pera letting it slip again?
Maybe. Maybe. Timeout being taken. Pera's an awful lot of these. They've just been going with the flow, so I think they are starting to run out of steam, man. Another overtime and then another map to play. It would be a lot to ask. A real lot to ask. But we'll see. We will see. This is getting kind of interesting now as the game continues to pan on. A real test of mettle.
Go again. 21-20. Map and series point Para in a marathon of a series, but a map specifically. I mean, we had the full rounds of regulation on map number 1, and now we're getting so much here towards OT. Molotov on towards Shelf. DGL gonna hold as well. One Flatro, he's getting mighty close. He does actually tag him up there as well. Might swing. Oh, One Flatro cannot be stopped right now.
Absolutely mental guy. Just so confident, playing so well. Can he find that extra level for the rest of the half, for the rest of the round, ultimately? Pera just fully scared off of this B area. Nothing they can do but wait for the smoke to go down. However, they are grouping up, looking to just burst their way in once this smoke goes down, I would imagine.
Tickling those toes. Senary, great lock. Finding 3, that's gotta be it. Surprise, surprise, we go again. Another overtime. OT number 4 here in map number 2. These two sides are absolutely inseparable. You got to give credit, man. Neither are given an inch. Just when you think Pera are going to close it, again, with a 2-round buffer, they let it slip. Gildo, credit for staying alive. I mean, I don't think they probably enjoy continually having to play catch-up, but at the very least, it's better than not having that Pro League spot in their favor.
It's crazy. It is crazy, the fact that Guild are continually able to find another level. I don't know what to think of it, but they keep going.
What can they do different? Right?
I
Pera,
think that's it, right?
It feels like they've exhausted the strat book now, right? I think that's the big thing. And, yeah, it does make you question. What have they got left in the locker? I mean, they are going to be starting on that C side. Letting it slip in the way they did. Pretty brutal. And they forget. Move on to try and find this one. This time, not going to fight for mid once again.
Deep in mid. Guild looking good here. A lot of control taken, of course. Pera trying something a bit different themselves. A lot of pressure on towards A. It's not something we've seen very often from them. Early utility out on A as well, so I think they're going for like a little double pump fake here. And it could work. It could work. I don't know, I'm curious. GXX holding the line. Molotov to come around. There's a lot of presence here. Molotov to deal with them, and GXX lands the flick. Big damage onto Aaron, onto MSN. Not great. Not great at all.
50 seconds to speak of it as well. MSN and Aaron tagged. What to do with your Pera? I mean, it feels like they haven't got too much of an idea now. They've left DGL as a, I mean, I guess a lurking presence out towards A. The bomb's committing back towards B. This doesn't feel exactly clean by any means. The fact that they've got 0 mid control either doesn't fill you with too much joy.
DGL managed to find a wall bang. Ooh, and
look at the rotation.
Yeah, he's being a bit weird, isn't he? He's open out over towards A. So draws them away a little. Juan Flatcher, though, he kind of knows what's up. It's his second kill that really matters. They'll get the bomb plant. 3 versus 3, but look how weak they are, man. And DGL, he's lagging behind. He's going to take a long time to get here. Aaron with a big one. Just has to battle for survival. Can't get it done. DGL trying to make his way over, but Rigon will cut him off. It's a weird little round in the end, but Guild will get it. Lead for them, at least for now.
Yeah, at least for the moment. It's got to be said. I mean, that's it's a nice idea, I guess, in a way, for DGL, but all things considered, that slow rotation really cost them. So, 22-21. Guild take advantage to kickstart OT4. Not often we get to say that. Head in the corner. Nobody in that smoke as well. So you're going to find the first. Oh, when Flatro caught his pants down. MSN going to trade back. And he actually has a lot of room towards B. But again, he's actually just a lurk.
Okay, a little bit weird. Poya will find a kill onto Rigon through the smoke, though. Soneri with the flank has been heard, and DGL takes his head off. The carnage is back. MSN will begin to discover a clear bomb site. Nobody around right now. GXX. Don't give him any more, folks. DGL will take the frag. And Synopsy quickly traded. 22-22. Back and forth continues, man. This game is just all over right now.
Yeah, man. It's got to be said. This one still feels just impossible to call. There's no give between the two sides. What a map of Ancient we're being treated to here. For those who've been following along this tournament, they've already played this map before against each other in this tournament, back in the best of one stage. On a 13-9 towards Pera. Guild have very obviously learnt their lesson. Rigon. Good pop flash here. Should get a chance. Fluffs his line. ZXX does find one. Does get tagged, but so does Aaron.
Ooh, a little close on the banger. Oh, Aaron gets finished off by a nade, sir. Not good. Guild Eagles taking an advantage. One Fletcher. Oh, could it be heard on the reload? Opt against it as the Molotov comes in. It's smart. You know, he's gagging for the 50 kills, mate, is all I'm saying. He's definitely confident, but he has to be careful. These rounds are just massive right now.
Well, 3 remaining of Pera. Call for a pause. Both went through towards Shaw. Senry might not respect it. Swan Flatcher definitely isn't going to. Messendi swings free. Might catch right on the reload. He does. Swan Flatcher uses all of the mag before they swing their way forward. And now they've leveled the playing field. At least for the time being. Senry swinging in to reclaim space. Fluffs his line. Poya will punish. And now the round swinging back in their favor potentially. Camion might get the AWP on the miss. Swinging legs him as well. 23 for Para. A sigh of relief. They finally get 2 rounds on the T side. But is it going to be enough?
The $1 million question from Mr. Kai. Sorry. All the same, it is a very good question. It is a very, very good question. I think there's so much riding on this. And I think both teams can feel it. Brief tech timeout coming in. We are back round into the action as Pera. They're close again. Very close indeed. If they win this one out, as their CT sides have looked good, if they win this one out, they would set themselves up for the 3-peat. 2 championship points, Pro League points in a row. Oh my god, Soneri! Oh no, that is 40 rounds of Counter-Strike. That's what it will do to your brain. Goes a little bit to mush, thinking he can make it through, but there was a nade there, I think, that slowed him down enough, and he just couldn't make it through.
Messy fight. Synopsy upon a Sharon. Catches him sleeping, but DGL, that AWP still singing so damn loud in the server. What a performance we're getting from some of these players as well. This sort of late in towards the game with how strenuous this can be on the mental and the physical state of you as well. Absolute credit. Flash is happy for that smoke there. We'll at least give her the position that they've taken all of that early cave control, and DGL gets picked off, and Poya misses his opportunity. Nade will come deep. Does a bit of damage, but it doesn't matter all too much. Re-smoking towards cave to keep one Flaxo there.
MSN hidden away in the cubby, might not be expected. Yep, goes unchecked. Good for one. Camion goes down. MSN's now got to be careful, trying to take a wide little angle here against GXX. Quick scope round the corner. Pistols are out. Dink does land. Juan Flatro trying to close the gap. It's Poya to take it, but GXX does not miss his shot and now gives himself a second chance. Poya just playing the time. Not a lot of it. 10 seconds for GXX to get this bomb down. So Poya's just waiting for the digits to get typed in. Molotov comes round. GXX able to get away from the flames, but Poya quickly swings on the other side and will find that 24th round. 2 in a row. We've said it a few times. Guild have been able to find that to bring us to a triple overtime. Will they do it again?
My God. This is the third attempt now. Third attempt out of 4 OTs played that Pera have had this double match point, and 2 out of 3 times they've let it slip. Is this going to follow the same trend? Well, let's see. As we find ourselves once again at an interesting position. I mean, Guild are constantly playing catch up here. That's got to affect the mental in some way. Credit to Pera. They've kept up a real good level of consistency. Porygon are going to met with an early nade. Taking a decent chunk of it. Does get shelf control. And we're going to be tagged through the smoke. So, all things considered, not a bad trade. Bit of damage, but you get the shelf control and all of mid for more or less for free. Not that bad. Low HP Rigon now forced to slow things down, I mean, quite considerably. He can't really overextend when you've got 32 points of HP.
Such a quiet start into this all-important mid-round. Life on the line. Guild have battled so hard to keep this map alive. Pera looking to deny it. 2-man cave setup. Oh, not all that common from them. One Flatro, though, of course. Who else in for the double kill to open up the chance onto this B-bomb site? He keeps going. There's no advanced push from MSN, though. He's going to catch one. Nade in hand. Can't make it away. Camion staying alive at the back end of the site. Buying time for the rotation to come around. DGL with the orb is not fast enough, though. Synopsy will deny away Camion's chance at being the hero. Is it DGL? No, it isn't. 23-24. Guild keeping the game alive.
My God. Continues this game a marathon of a match between these two sides. I mean, absolute credit to keep up. I mean, somehow, some way, this level of a performance this long in towards kind of a map. And for those who are just joining as well, this is the second map. We've already had a pretty long map number 1, a 13-11, all the rounds in regulation. And they are still going. And Camion's making a good push as well. 43 to his name. Gilda going quick. One flash over the first. There's 50 as well for one. And he wants more.
Dangerous move in here. Aaron will manage to find Synopsy a man advantage, but they will go for the plan. DGL dealt with. One flat show, ever crisp, but Camion finds him through the smoke. Oh my goodness, keeping it alive though. 2 versus 2. Nobody able to come out on top of these situations. No utility left for the CT side. GXX with the AWP trained up from ramp. Ready for Camion's peak. Oh my God, smoke retrieved. Big frag. It's GXX on the AWP, but Poya just going to go in for the hold to try and net the Pro League spot. Knife is out, but GXX can't find him, and that's the way Pera get it done with a ninja defuse against all the odds. 25-23, a 2-0 netted, and Pera will win out in the EU qualifiers for ESL Pro League Season 19.
That is heartbreaking for Guild, right? You know, for the boys who have been fighting tooth and nail, staying in every single overtime. But I think what is kind of the overall story here is when you look at how those overtimes went, they were always in Pera's control for the most part. It was actually more just Pera's inability to close them out. 3 attempts to close it out with a 2-round gap, and 2 of the 3 they let slip. And even nearly then, they let it slip as well. But thankfully, the Ninja Defuse will see it off. That smoke on the floor as well. They had no util in that 2v2 retake. They find a smoke on the floor, and that gives them the round. And to make it matters worse as well, it was Guild smoke that was dropped. That is just heartbreaking. I mean, what a performance from Pera. Not for a second giving up. What a performance individually from Juan Flacho, cracking into the 50 kill mark. I mean, granted, yes, it was 4 overtimes, but stunning nonetheless. Is Pera going to Pro League for the first time as well? What a story from this side. Just qualified to the RMR, will be on LAN there, and now I've got 2 LANs booked in the early part of the year from a side that 6 months ago nobody knew of. Absolute credit, man. What a performance, continuing to prove every single doubter wrong. And for Guild, man, that's just, it's got to hurt. This is a side who, they're Pro League quality, but they've let it slip. That's really unfortunate.
Yeah, man, a tough veto, an interesting one that they may go back to look over. You know, we talked about the Mirage comes forward, a really good map for Pera. They sort of proved why, and then just couldn't put them away, couldn't quite get the edge over them on Ancient there. So very close, but yeah, Guild, it's difficult. On LAN, they probably would have had the energy there. They probably would have had that big timeout, that big pep talk from Devil Walk, but the online era for this team just doesn't really ever work out. I think it's tough. It's very, very tough, but a great team to watch. Some wonderful individual performances, but Pera, so hungry for it. Really unpredictable kind of team. A lot of individual moments themselves, but so good in the crunch, man. I think the comms must be on point to get the information out at a good time. Really enjoyed watching them as well, but a great qualifier overall. You know, a lot of fun over the past few days. Bit of a different format, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I hope we see a few more BO1s coming in, a few more round robins, and of course these teams hopefully getting a stage, whether it's national championships, whether it's other ways to qualify into Pro League, because that's what the Pro League is all about, getting some of the lower level teams in amongst the tier 1. Nonetheless, that's going to be it from myself and Neokai. Big thanks to everybody involved, production behind the scenes, all the other commentators as well, and of course the players for a banging grand final there today. And you guys for watching as well. Make sure that you're here for the next one. Of course, Kato getting started next week. I'm sure you're going to be here for that. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you again soon.